is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. So glad you guys are joining us. Good to see you too.
How you doing?
I'm doing well on this Monday morn. All right, there were a couple of award shows over the weekend, the Critics' Choice Awards and the BAFTAs. At both shows, some of the celebs used their platforms to voice their support for Ukraine. So let's take a look at that.
As we gather together on this special night, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the bravery of the people of Ukraine.
I want to say thank you to fellow actor President Zelensky and keep up the fight.
Luckily, though, in all sign languages, this is the gesture for Putin.
So, what do you think of this? Was this the right thing to do, or should they just stick to talking about their movies and their shows and let me thank my agents and all that stuff? Jeffrey.
I think it'd be weird if they didn't acknowledge it at some point, right? They'd be like, "Wow, how come you didn't say anything?" But again, that being said, I don't like how much they need to do. You're not cool because you stick up the middle finger. You know what I mean? Every award show we talked about Trump, and I don't want to get into the whole thing. You know what I mean? But I don't like it. It's called virtue signaling, okay? And if you're not familiar with that term, it's very prevalent on the internet, and that's what people do. And if you were writing a movie about an award show, you'd be like, "I'd like to thank all the pets in America." You know what I mean? You'd make a spoof about what they're actually doing, and I don't know if it carries any weight. It doesn't with me.
Okay, so you're like, let's move through this. Let's get to it.
Yeah,
move on.
yeah.
All
I
right,
think
Liz?
since we're all in agreement that the war is wrong, I think most Americans, I can say, maybe at the beginning of the show there could have been a blanket statement. We're sending love to Ukraine. And so that everybody's speech doesn't have 5 seconds of, we want to send love to Ukraine, because obviously you're not giving it the breadth and the depth to talk about it in detail. And then some celebrities, like we saw even before the award shows, like John Cena, is doing it the wrong way and promoting his new HBO show.
That was bad.
Right. So, and then there's people like, Cardi B who spoke about it, but it's kind of like, we just need to stop all this. And it's like, when people are actually suffering, they might see that and get the wrong message. So I think maybe it's time to just, if there's an issue that most of the world agrees on, and, these award shows fall in a line, because this is not political, it's just about humanitarian crisis. So if there's something you want to speak to, like war, say it at the beginning of the show and let people continue on.
Listen, I'd rather them talk about the Ukraine than bash on every single problem we have here. So keep it over there.
That's interesting. I see it as the opposite. I see it as a real morale boost, as a real sense of patriotism, as their citizens, right? They're actually doing something on their platform for pushing the movement. I have no problem with it, but I understand when people are like scrub. But for this, I think it was a morale.
Well, how does sticking the middle finger up help?
Yeah.
Really?
You don't think that has any morale?
It doesn't help at all.
Everyone
No,
agrees with
it kind of seems like, okay, I guess it's like, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than you sticking the finger up,
I don't know. I think things like USO shows and comedy shows that really play at getting or satirically hitting the other side and getting at the enemy do add to
This isn't a USO show.
I know, but
they're the BAFTAs. It's like, hey, who doesn't like mosquitoes? Who's with me? Everybody. Yeah. Great.
All right. I see what you're saying. I still think it's their right to do so, but yeah.
Cool.
All right. Meantime, over in Ukraine yesterday, President Zelensky went and visited with wounded troops. The president handed out medals to the soldiers at the capital in Kyiv. He did it despite the fact that Russia continues to attack the city and literally threaten Zelensky's life. Russia also moved yesterday to block Instagram in the country, with the ban taking effect at midnight last night. The head of Instagram called the situation terrifying and said that the move cuts millions of people off from loved ones around the world. Not great when you're censoring more and more and more and more, and you've got now one voice to listen to. Am I right?
But isn't that what his goal is, right? That's a dictatorship, right? That's communism. That's exactly what you do. You take out outside information and you put the information forth that you want your country people to believe.
Right.
That's exactly what he's doing. And in today's world, it's very hard. How do you do that? You cut off Instagram. You cut off Facebook. You cut off the outside world, much like what North Korea is doing. I always use that reference.
Yeah.
But it's how do you keep... There's so many different ways to get past that if you're savvy. You use a VPN, you use something like that, and you'll be able to get that information.
Right.
So again, Putin's losing this whole thing. He's losing his people. He's losing what I think is the war. I don't know about that, but he's definitely losing his people, and I don't know if it matters.
I know what you mean by that, because it seems like the only truth he wants to tell is his truth. So he'll cut off everything else. So my truth is whatever I say.
And this is kind of like the epitome of a spoiled brat, right? You're losing. I agree with you. He's losing on a moral level. He's
Right.
losing on a psychological level.
Globally.
Everyone is watching this and knows exactly what's going on. And then there's his side of the story. So now he's like going in a rage and cutting off everyone's access to social media. But Ukraine, their will to fight has outdone his will to go in there and take it over. And he wasn't expecting to be met with this much force. And so now he's kind of just like, this is like what somebody who does who is throwing a tantrum. Exactly,
Yes.
that's the word.
It's like a David Goliath, and he just never thought there would be a chance, and he's just going down and down and down.
But the question is, does he care? Does it even matter to him, or does he believe his own truths?
Well, here's about the ego. I kind of want to get to this because it's about, to me, I think his optics matter to him. And here's what I'll explain to you. One last little thing about the war in Ukraine. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has now challenged Russia's President Vladimir Putin to a fight. Like a fight over Ukraine, literally. Musk tweeted, quote, "I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat. The stakes are Ukraine." And the reason I said ego goes to this is like, these are the two most egotistical people on the planet being like, who's bigger? Like, what's going on? It's so man baby of both of them. And yet it's working, and he is global control. What do you think about this?
If that's Elon just saying that. Putin's not saying he's going to engage in this. It's silliness. I don't even know if Elon's being for real about this.
Right.
But I think they both have a little bit of an ego. A little bit. A little bit. Putin rides around with no shirt on, riding a horse. So there's a little bit of an ego there, of course. But I mean,
Musk is going to space as fast as he can. I mean, he's known to be.
But I think they're both fighters. Like, I think they both like roll jujitsu. They know other sports of hand-to-hand combat.
You're right.
Yeah, I think they do.
Let me tell you this. So on the side of Russia, Putin has reportedly is a judo master. We never know with Putin, and has a black belt. But Elon Musk occasionally lifts weights and works out with a personal trainer.
Well, Elon Musk inserting himself in this is kind of just all over again, like the celebrities. You know, it's not really helpful to me. It's like, I guess it's funny and people are making jokes about it, but really, he's not going to fight him. Obviously, like nobody. And it's like a joke to talk about who would win, but there are people that are dying by the second as we have this conversation. That's why it's so frustrating when we watch award shows and one line is said, or, you know, do you want to fight me is said, because really, what are we actually going to do? We're not having a plan that's actually really helping Ukraine. I mean, we're sending help over there, not in boots on the ground, but we're sending some kind of help in financial assistance, but watching these people die and fight their very best fight every single day, and then hearing Elon Musk insert himself in the story unnecessarily is just frustrating to me.
It's just so narcissistic. It's so like bizarre. I do think that, and I don't know if you guys believe that keeping it in the award shows, like even a sentence, keeps it into pop culture, which trickles down to like the normal people's houses. And if we didn't talk about Ukraine like that, perhaps the masses of us in your water cooler days wouldn't be talking about Ukraine. Does that make sense? That it needs to be discussed in pop culture in order to get to the masses. Do you agree with that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a hard no on that?
I mean, some people are just saying it like while they have like 2 minutes to talk. That's why I said I think maybe a unified way that we're going to address this at award shows would be more effective than people going on there and just saying whatever.
It's an effective platform, but I'm sure I'm going to be told I'm very, very wrong. Oh, I also heard this. Thank you, Dr. Smith, or Dr. Smith. I apologize. I heard Putin's black belt was rescinded after the Ukraine invasion. So apparently the black belt community took it back, which I also heard.
You can't take it back.
Oh, you can take it back.
Just because you did something wrong?
You took it back.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Yeah, that seems like a real doctor, too.
It's you don't instead of you do. All right, coming up on DBL, you know him as the lovable butler on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Joseph Marcell tells us what it was like meeting Will Smith for the very first time. And yup, Tom Brady is out of retirement, why he's heading back to the Buccaneers after only 40 days off the field.
Closed captioning provided by
This March, connect with Al, Lindsay, Erica, Jeff, and Tori. Exciting! Real conversations are on DBL.
Man, you guys want all the smoke with these hard questions.
DBL, all new every day.
Oh man. All right, guys, what do you want to talk about?
All right, are we gonna get to the Gaga thing?
We missed the story?
Did you guys see Gaga's outfit?
Tone with the fight thing. So bring that point up again at noon.
Oh, that is
about the fight.
Oh, got
There's some serious, you know what I mean? It's fun to sort of talk about the idea of that fight, but then to bring it back around to what you said.
Right, because it's
That
just
needs
like
to be said.
Right, it's hilarious, but it's almost like
I don't mind us for a minute kind of talking about how ridiculous it is, but then it needs to be, what you said needs to be said again when we talk about it.
Am I on the news?
No, but we'll make sure that
Someone
you.
else say it.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
thought
for
you were.
sure.
I was like, I can call it from the rooftops.
I'm gonna have this one too.
Somebody
Okay, I
needs
have
to
this
say that.
tweet, which is better.
No, for real. I mean, that's
You
what
never
happens all
take
the
my
time.
tweets.
People are
I'm
like,
so annoyed by it.
it's like somebody jumps in like, oh, I want to fight this person.
And then also,
There's an example that I'm not going to bring up. because-
I don't. Do you think he's really serious? Like if Putin's like, okay, do you think they would really fight?
Who's not going to expose himself?
No,
to
of
any-
course not. That's what I
Yeah,
mean. It's
I'm
like
saying
I think it's just jokey. To your point, like should we be joking around in a time like
Right,
this?
and it's not even
Yeah.
that you can't joke. It's just like,
what you're saying is now it won't be his last.
just like pull yourself out of it for a minute and just like see what's going on, like on a person-to-person level.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, these people are literally every minute that we're talking about it, they're like helpless.
Yeah, they're fighting for their lives.
Right, fighting for their life. You're talking about fighting him, and you know it's never going to happen. So
I totally
with all
agree.
your money, why don't you do something else helpful?
I disagree
And
with
I never want to tell somebody what to do with their money
I
if they
strongly
made this successful lifestyle. But like,
I'm not gonna do it.
Be helpful for real.
Yeah, I don't know.
Noted. I'll say it on this. Is that okay? Kim Kardashian says it seems.
I'm not a doctor, Dr. Smith. Says.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr.
She
Smith.
just played one on TV. She might be an actress.
That's so
I wonder
funny.
how I sniffed that one out.
Kim says, it seems like nobody wants to work these days. Tom Brady unretires.
Yeah, that was the reason. That's a good joke.
See? You're all wrong.
That is a good joke.
Welcome back. As I'm sure many of you have heard, after 40 days in retirement, like the Jews in the desert, Tom Brady is back. He made the announcement yesterday, tweeting, quote, "The past 2 months, I've realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it is not now." He finished the tweet saying, "Unfinished business." So, DBL Nation, what do you think of Tom's very brief retirement? Are you glad he's back, or should he have stayed retired? Go to dblvote.com to weigh in. I love Tom Brady. He went to Michigan, go blue. Our camera guy, Rob, hates him, so this is going to be a really good DBL vote. I do want to let you all know, Tom's last touchdown pass ever, the ball, sold for $518,000 on Saturday, and now it's not going to be his last touchdown ball. Sorry, dude.
I feel like Tom Brady's in line with some of the greatest of all time. Like Michael Jordan did the same thing, and this is like a classic move on his behalf. Tiger Woods, but taking it to music, Jay-Z did it with the Black Album. He said, "I'm retiring," and came right back. And so people who have been like the top tier of their craft do this. And so maybe he's like, yeah, this is how I'm going to bow out gracefully. I could see him retiring like 2 or 3 more years, because that's what all of them did, right?
I mean, he's older than me. I think about that, and I'm like,
You're
so
old.
Yeah, but I think about like I played football a lifetime ago. I don't even remember like being on the field. Like I can't imagine that. This guy's still playing. He's the greatest, perhaps, of all time to play the game. So having him on another year to watch, or another 2, he got his blessing from his family. I think that's what he's looking forward to most. And this is the love of his life. It's his passion, right? And he's at the top of his game. It's not like he's declining. He almost made a couple plays away from the Super Bowl. So listen, I understand the love of the game, even though it was a lifetime ago. And if he wants to do it, his body says okay. He's at the top of his game. His family says okay. I say we enjoy it while we can.
Don't you think that he should retire on top? Like you said, he was so close to the Super Bowl. What else should he do? If he starts going downhill this year, it's going to be like, man, you should have just retired.
I think he should have retired when he won that last Super Bowl.
Right.
He proved what he needed to prove. He went to the Buccaneers, won. Then this year he almost made it back. But you have to understand, we don't understand greatness. We're average. We're average people up here.
Excuse me.
But what I'm saying is, like, that's all he knows. Like, it's always too late for a fighter to fight, right? Because they're getting too old. Tom, he's got a good line. He doesn't really get touched. I think if his family says okay, he's good to go.
Speaking of his family, check out this tweet or meme that someone put out. Do we have that picture of that meme? Can we put it up? Do we have it? There we go. Tom Brady, I'm unretiring to spend less time with my family.
A lot of people are saying that.
Where's the drum roll?
Well, it's a lot like, Giselle made it pretty clear that she's like, I can't wait for him to be done with this. And it's like, oh.
You know what's funny? Our viewers say stay retired 70%. People are haters.
They hate
People
Tom
are
Brady.
such hate. When anyone is at the top of their game, let's knock them off their pedestal and make them feel terrible.
All right, but let me say something. For all those anti-Patriots, anti-Brady fans anti-Brady people like Rob, they think he cheated.
Get real with that. Get real with that. Listen, and how big of a fan are you, right? I'm from Chicago. Chris is a Packers fan. Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. I don't hate him because he's a Packer. He's one of the best ever. You got to give the guy props. Give Tom Brady props. And if you don't, you're a hater. That's exactly what's going on. You're at home and you're mad about your life and you're mad at Tom Brady because he's awesome. He's married a supermodel and he's 6'5" and he looks like a god. There you go.
Oh, man. But the cheating thing is actually real.
Yeah,
Are you talking about cheating in relationship, but also cheating in the game? That's a real thing.
There was like a 1 ounce taken out air out of a ball. Get real, okay?
I think it matters to some people.
Excuse me, that's still cheating.
No,
Are you the one who if one of your kids skirts around the rules, you're going to be like, oh, you just cheated a little bit. Don't worry about it.
You figure out a way to win.
I didn't realize how much anger this brought in you. Let's go to the vote here to get away from that. Let's see. Stay retired, 71% of you. All haters, according to Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Haters. Go blue. Speaking of Tom Brady, it turns out he and Jane Fonda appear to be friends. The two are working on a new movie together about a group of female Patriot fans who are going to see him play in the Super Bowl. And Jane says Tom sent her a huge bouquet of orchids after she got shoulder replacement surgery recently.
And he's a gentleman?
And he's
boot?
And he's going to Hollywood? What do you think about him going to Hollywood? Hollywood.
I think he could do whatever he wants. He could be an announcer, he could be an actor, he could do whatever he wants, but he chose to stay in football. But this is the most we've talked about sports ever on this show.
Are you excited?
And I'm loving it. Yeah. I'm loving it. Let's get back to politics and show business.
You got it. Coming up on DBL, he made the role of Jeffrey on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air unforgettable. Joseph Marcell tells us all about his time on the very popular show, and it's a hoot. Stay tuned.
I'm Jeffrey, your uncle's butler.
Recently, the United Nations has been accused of censoring its employees from saying certain things about the war in Ukraine. Viral posts on social media claim the UN in fact banned its staffers from saying the word war or even invasion. So, is that true? Are United Nations employees currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war? Our sources, internal UN emails obtained by a reporter for the Irish Times and provided to verify, statements from a spokesperson for the UN, and tweets from the Secretary General and the Undersecretary for Political and Peacebuilding Affairs. The claims began appearing after Irish Times reporter Naomi O'Leary published a story about internal UN communications. One email sent by a regional office included guidance on language to use when speaking publicly. The email said to use, quote, conflict or military offensive and not war or invasion when referring to the situation in Ukraine. And a UN spokesperson did not deny that the emails O'Leary obtained were genuine. But he said that prohibiting the words was never official UN policy. He also pointed to a tweet posted by a UN undersecretary before O'Leary's article was published that used both the words war and invasion. The day after the article was published, a new email was sent to UN staff. This email read in part, quote, today's approved key messages now refer to war and/or invasion. That same day, the Secretary General himself posted a tweet that referred to, quote, the war in Ukraine. So, even though some staffers were previously told not to use certain words when describing Ukraine, we can verify, no, United Nations employees are not currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
All this Master Williams stuff, man, I'm not down with that, man. Make it sound like we back on the plantation. So we like, Master Williams, Master Williams. Let's come up with something better that you could call me. What would you prefer? Check this. His Royal Freshness. That's dope.
That clip is always funny. After retiring his role from Jeffrey from The Fresh Prince, you would think Joseph Marcell would have more time to chill out and max and relax. Oh, I get it from the song. But the sitcom star has a new movie, and earlier he gave us his take on the new Bel-Air reboot. Take a look. Fresh Prince fans are tuning in to the show's new dramatic reboot. Your character, my favorite by the way, Jeffrey, is now an edgy house manager. So I wanted to know if you gave the new Jeffrey any pointers. Did you guys speak at all?
Yes, we did talk, and I told him. I said to him, follow the directions, learn the lines, and don't trip over the furniture.
Good for life. Those are good for life.
That is good life advice. So what are the pros and cons of playing such a beloved character on a major sitcom?
Well, you get to do movies, you get to travel the world, you get to be in Turkey where nobody speaks hardly any English, and somebody walks across the road, comes across, touches your beard and goes, Jeffrey, Jeffrey.
What do you remember about meeting Will Smith for the first time?
I came from London, and I had to do my audition with him that morning. I arrived, I don't know, I think about 8 p.m., and at 9:30 a.m. I was at NBC. And so we're doing this scene, and I thought, what's he doing? Is that how he's going to do it? It's not on the script. I mean, and Will's all like, yeah, man, that's how I do it. And I thought, okay, I can deal with that, right?
Did you know who he was? Were you familiar with him at the time, or was he still kind of an unknown commodity?
Well, he had the hit, Parents Don't Understand.
Wait, did you think that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was going to be as big as it was when you first came on board?
If I had known, I would put it in tiny bottles, and it would cost you $1 million to buy one. I had no clue. But what I knew most above anything else was that the man leading that show was an extraordinary talent.
Yeah, that's true.
People say the same thing about this show.
Yeah.
And about Al,
and
specifically.
About me. Or Al, okay.
The way you guys have apportioned it and divided it, it's so equal and fun. I mean, it's marvelous.
Oh, we actually hate each other. No, I'm kidding. We actually love each other very much. Joseph, I want to get to your new movie. It's called The Exorcism of God, which sounds absolutely terrifying. And I wanted to know, what was the scariest thing about working on your first horror film?
I mean, the whole thing was scary.
Yeah.
It's all right, you know. You get into makeup, you get into costume, you get on the set, and the director says, "Well, you'll be there, and this will happen," and you think, "Okay, I can deal with that." I mean, I've done Julius Caesar and Antony and Cleopatra. I can deal with that.
Sure.
However, the moment we were doing this, and one scene especially, it's the first kind of confrontation with the thing.
You're from down there.
Prove it. Come on, prove it. Well, gentlemen, there's no demon, no possession. Let's go get a drink. And this thing, this banshee thing, comes flying out of nowhere. I don't know how Alejandro did it, because we weren't part of that rehearsal. And attacks us, and I was terrified.
Wow.
And she attacked me. I mean, she punched me and smacked me and knocked me down. It was wonderful. I'm told it's an extraordinary scene, but it was pretty scary.
What you just did was an extraordinary scene. I can't imagine the scene in the book.
Bravo. What a talented actor and an interesting man. Thank you so much for joining us, Joseph. DBL Nation, you can catch Joseph in his horror film debut, The Exorcism of God. It's in theaters and on demand right now. Again, what a pleasure speaking with you. We'll be right back.
Absolute pleasure. Bless. Stay safe.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Leaders from around the world condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine last month and accused Russia of violating international agreements. Several social media posts specifically point to the Budapest Memorandum and called on the U.S. and U.K. to uphold their end of the deal.
So, let's verify. Did Ukraine agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion?
Our sources are the text of the Budapest Memorandum, the Arms Control Association, the U.S. State Department, and the Wilson Center, a nonpartisan policy forum on global issues. When the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine inherited the third largest nuclear arsenal in the world. And the Arms Control Association says much of it ended up in Ukraine.
According to the Wilson Center, the newly formed government used the stockpile as leverage to get security guarantees from Russia that it would not attack them in exchange for denuclearizing.
The U.S. and U.K. gave assurances to Ukraine that they would provide aid if an attack ever happened, but it did not guarantee military support. And all four countries agreed to consult each other
if the treaty's commitments ever came into question.
So it's true. Ukraine did agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion. International leaders say Russia violated the agreement by invading Ukraine last month, and it wasn't the first time. In 2014, Russia sent its military into Crimea and annexed it. When the other three countries tried to get Russia to meet about what happened under the terms of the memo, Russia didn't show up.
Russia's foreign ministry argued it had a right to disregard the agreement because Ukrainian citizens had recently overthrown their former authoritarian president.
2 years later, Russia falsely claimed the agreement only required them not to use nuclear weapons on Ukraine. Russia has not discussed the memo after its most recent invasion of Ukraine.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Since the very first COVID restrictions went into place 2 years ago, the traffic just hasn't been the same. And yet, we've seen a lot of claims like this, that pedestrian deaths are at a 30-year high. So let's verify, are pedestrian deaths the highest they've been in decades? We looked at the data tracked by the CDC and the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. The CDC looked at death records, while the NHTSA pulls from police crash reports, hospital medical reports, and other state records. Neither have released their 2021 data yet, so we're only able to report on 2020 pedestrian deaths in the years prior. So let's get to the numbers. Based on CDC data, there were 7,005 pedestrian deaths from a motor vehicle crash. That's the highest number they've recorded since 1988, when there were just over 7,200 pedestrian deaths. As for the NHTSA data, it says 2020 saw the highest number of pedestrian fatalities since 1989. By their count, 6,516, which made up 20% of all traffic fatalities. So even despite small differences in the official numbers, we can verify 2020 was the deadliest year for pedestrians in about 30 years nationally.
Before we go, we do have some sad news. Actor William Hurt has passed away at the age of 71. In a statement, his son said he died peacefully yesterday of natural causes. William had a string of popular movies in the 1980s. The Big Chill, I love The Body Heat with Kathleen Turner. He also earned an Oscar nomination for his role in Broadcast News. He scored another Oscar nod for playing Marlee Matlin's teacher and love interest in Children of a Lesser God. Now, he took home an Oscar in 1985 for his controversial role as a gay man imprisoned in Brazil in Kiss of the Spider Woman. Recently, he became known to a whole new generation as General Ross in a string of Marvel movies. May he rest in peace and may his family have grace. He was an excellent actor. Went to Juilliard, studied with Robin Williams, Christopher Reeve, Mandy Patinkin, old school kind of actor. Great guy.
Yeah, and that long career that you see him in every movie, but you don't really know his name.
Goals.
I'm telling you, that's goals.
That's hashtag goals, right?
And he's got an Oscar to boot.
Right.
Yeah.
May he rest. All right. DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. We're so grateful you joined us today. Stay safe, y'all, and don't be a hater. Bye, guys.
Same way that oil prices affect us. Yes, we are the #1 producer of oil and we produce a ton of corn and wheat. But as our experts explained, those commodities all count towards the same global grain bin.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine continues to cause prices for goods to skyrocket. So let's verify. Why is the crisis in Ukraine affecting wheat and corn prices? To find out, we went to 3 agricultural economists. Bill Hoagland from the Bipartisan Policy Center, Dr. Mark Welch from Texas A&M University, and Dr. William Ridley from the University of Illinois. All of our sources explained that both Ukraine and Russia are large sources of the world's grain supply.
Russia and Ukraine export nearly 35% of all grain produced in the world.
So if the conflict continues, Ukrainian farmers might not be able to harvest wheat and ship it out of their ports because of closures. And sanctions on Russia mean they can't sell their wheat to a lot of countries, and that will restrict global supply. But what about here at home? How much wheat and corn does the U.S. import? Well, none.
We produce more than we need, domestically.
These are global markets. So a disruption in one country is going to disrupt the global market for this commodity.
Grain, wheat, and corn, just like oil, gets measured at a global level.
Any impacts on prices and availability that you're going to see are going to spill over to U.S. markets, and that's clearly already happening.
Yeah, it matters because it's driving their prices up considerably just in response to what's going on globally.
Add that to already high gas prices and high transportation costs, and you've got a recipe that could lead to higher grocery bills.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Stars speak out on Ukraine at 2 major award shows.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge the bravery of the people of Ukraine.
Is this the place for political statements? Women get recognized in a big way at the Critics' Choice Awards, plus the best and worst outfits from the red carpet. Do you love or hate Lady Gaga's bold look? Are these leaked text messages between Kanye and Pete the real deal? The shocking exchange that has everyone talking. And that didn't last long. Tom Brady is out of retirement. Why is he heading back to the Buccaneers after only 40 days off the field? Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Just stop. Finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. Before we get started, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I do have a big old boot.
There we go.
Can you see it? Oh, you can't see it. Okay, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah, I twisted my ankle snowboarding, falling off, getting off the chairlift.
Your first run?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you didn't snowboard at all?
Nope.
You just went up there, sprained your ankle, and came back?
Yeah. But were the views nice? It was beautiful. Great. I did have a view of the mountain.
How was the inside of the urgent care?
I didn't go to the urgent care.
You didn't?
No, I had Ski Patrol come check it out. Okay, enough. Okay. I just want to thank our viewers because I did post about it this morning, even though it happened a week ago, and a lot of kind thoughts. Thank you very much. And shout out to Grand Hyatt Vail for taking good care of me.
That's what's up.
All right, so let's get started. No more boot talk. Let's talk about some of the award shows that happened over the weekend. In fact, there was 2 that you all are all talking about, the Critics' Choice Awards and the BAFTAs. Now, at both shows, some of the celebs used their platforms to voice their support for Ukraine. Take a look.
As we gather together on this special night, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the bravery of the people of Ukraine.
I want to say thank you to fellow actor President Zelensky, and keep up the fight.
Luckily, though, in all sign languages, this is the gesture for Putin.
All right, we want to hear from you. What do you think of this? Was this the right thing to do, or was it just them, virtue signaling, in your opinion, Jeff?
Yeah, listen, I think it'd be weird if you didn't mention it, but it is like virtue signaling. Like that last one, like the middle finger. You ever look back at like when you're in high school and you have like pictures with your middle finger and like a cigarette and you're like, what a loser. That's kind of like when people are just pumping Ukraine because of what they're trying to do for their platform. I don't like it. But if you have an accent, like I didn't know who the first girl was, but I believed she had some ties, so I'm all for it.
You're here for it.
Yeah.
Jeff, I really do appreciate what you had to say there, but it's a weird thing. Do you use your platform to talk about what everybody's thinking about, or do you use this platform to just talk about the movie, talk about the reason that you're there? And it's this whole thing of I watch award shows to get away from the world, or I watch award shows to see what you think about the world. And in this situation, I don't know how you can get through anything like this without mentioning Ukraine. It's what everybody's talking about. But at the same time, I do appreciate that you say the same thing about any kind of issue, whether it was, when it was the Trump stuff, or you've always been like, I don't really want that in my award shows. And no one talks about consistency, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. I love you.
I mean, you walk the walk.
Over there.
Yeah, and no one does, Sam. Everybody changes from story to story, and that's I appreciate that.
I keep my hatred level.
There we go. Yes. It's easier.
Yes.
All right, well, meantime, over in Ukraine yesterday, we got to talk about President Zelensky because he went and visited with troops, wounded troops. You see right there, the president handed out medals to the soldiers at the capital in Kyiv. He did it despite the fact that Russia continues to attack the city and also threaten Zelensky's life. Russia also moved yesterday to block Instagram in the country, with the ban taking effect at midnight last night. The head of Instagram called the situation terrifying and said that the move cuts millions of people, Tori, off from loved ones around the world. Yeah, I know a lot of people are getting social media updates as their only news and the only truth. And I have to be honest with you, number one in dictatorshipville, evilville, is make the only truth your truth. And you shut down every other avenue that could possibly give you another point of view. Putin isn't winning this war in the way he wanted to. I really agree with a lot of you who say that. And I think he lashed out and is mad, and he's going to go crazy, shutting down things, putting stuff down. I don't think it's him lashing out. Oh, I do. I think it's him controlling the brainwashing there. There's been some tapes intercepted that's now starting to go viral. You can see it on Vice and Motherboard. And what it is, it's tapes where it's the soldiers calling their parents and the soldiers being in Russia. And they're repeating this narrative to make them feel better as they unfortunately kill innocent civilians and I'm not talking about all Russian soldiers because we've seen some of them dissent, right? But you hear them say things like they're Nazis, they're drug addicts, repeating this narrative. So in order for Putin to continue on his crusade, his illegal war crime crusade, he has to brainwash the people. So that means not only has he blocked Instagram, he's blocked Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, other websites. He has many of the foreign news correspondents. He removed them from the country. He's trying to keep them brainwashed. That's dictatorship 101.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, is this just gigantic North Korea at this point?
Yeah.
When you start like cutting off trade with other countries, cutting off communication from the outside world, what else would you call this? I mean, a nuclear power that has no connection to the outside world. And North Korea was enough of a problem just as a smaller country. I mean, if Russia takes on that same model, where do we go, Jeff?
It's just communism, right? He's spreading his own propaganda for what he wants people to believe. And with the internet, that's hard to do. But he's still maintaining, right? But I mean, if you're savvy enough, you get a VPN if you're Russian, and there's ways around it. But the majority of people are just going to be like, well, my social media account's deactivated.
You can get jailed. I just want to let you know, you can get jailed in Russia for just liking a tweet that he would consider dissent. Just liking, not even posting. So that's what we're dealing with. It's heart-wrenching. One last thing about Ukraine. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has challenged Russia's President Vladimir Putin to a fight over Ukraine. Musk tweeted, quote, "I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat. Stakes are Ukraine." Tori, what do you think of this? And who would win? Okay, so I know that Putin, and first of all, I know this is kind of a joke and stuff, but there are people dying, so it's not that funny. To me, this is two huge egos going after each other. I mean, these are two man babies, let's be honest, and they are just fighting like they're 7 years old on a playground. I do think Putin has a black belt in judo. I know he's also 70, right?
Yes, yeah, but he's KGB 70. That's KGB like regular people 49.
And I know that Elon Musk has dabbled in some weightlifting and taekwondo.
No, taekwondo is not a discipline. That's what you do when you're in the pool.
No, that's Tai Chi.
I am thinking about Tai Chi.
Yeah, I was like, taekwondo. Yeah, taekwondo. I think he does jujitsu too, like a little bit. So he's got some
on that one.
But he's almost 70. Listen, here's the thing.
I think was older when he won the title at 50.
Listen,
Elon's 50.
Elon, I think, would stick to his technical fighting, and Putin would throw sand in your face and get
like
you.
Blood sport,
you know what I mean? So I mean, like I'm going with the dirty fighter in this one. I think Putin.
Putin poisons him before he reaches the ring. That's literally what
I just want to highlight.
I just want to highlight as we're having fun with this, and you can have duality of thought and talk about this, but also to Tori's point, it's weird. The fact that it's almost like the misogyny, right? That Elon Musk has to insert himself in it and make it about him. It's definitely, yes, we all want to see Putin go away, but at the same time, it's definitely showcasing the ego and the misogyny coming out of Elon Musk.
Yeah, and just how distant he appears. That like to tweet something like that and possibly stir something up in a situation that's this tense just shows to me how disconnected you are from like your words and how much power Elon Musk has. So when he tweets something like that, what if Putin responded? What if Putin said, let's do this?
Well, it's complicated.
Like, I mean, you're really
you've complicated
with things.
The global foreign policy.
People are dying here, and you're joking around on Twitter. I just not here for that.
All right, well, coming up on DBL, more drama, you guys. Between Kanye and Pete, we're going to talk all about the alleged text messages that were leaked. Plus, Tom Brady is heading back to the field. Can you guys believe it? Why was his retirement so short?
Closed captioning provided by...
This March, connect with Al, Tori, Erica, Jeff, and Sam. Oh my gosh, real conversations are on DBL.
Man, you guys want all the smoke with these hard questions.
Yeah. DBL, all new, every day.
Okay.
We're talking about Tom
Rob's
Brady.
hatred.
Oh, you hate Tom Brady?
Cheater. And this is a lifelong New Englander.
So here's what happened. Rob had a girlfriend. She broke up with him when a guy who looks just like Tom
is that what
Brady,
happened?
and he hasn't let go ever since.
Oh,
Now
is
you're
that
lying
what
like Tom
happened?
Brady. Now he's lying like Tom Brady.
Now,
I played the game with integrity. I don't believe Tom Brady did. That's all.
Now, can
You're from the
you?
East Coast. I don't understand
He's
that.
from New England.
Yeah.
Not
Because
even
I'm a
East
hard-
Coast.
I don't need to cheat.
Now, there's other people that will say Tom Brady's the greatest of all time.
He could be.
That would be everyone. Sam thought that she had like some inside info. Some people think
There's a term out there called the GOAT.
They call it the GOAT.
You might not have heard this term.
I don't watch football, but I do know that Tom Brady's a dang good player.
He's a dang good
It's
player.
almost
Yes.
unanimous that he's
He
the
is
best quarterback.
one of the best
I
ever
would make
play.
the argument that he's the only player that ended the GOAT conversation. You can always argue
Tiger
Jordan, LeBron.
Right.
You can argue
Kobe.
Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus.
Right.
You know, you can always, but Tom Brady, like in any black barbershop anywhere where they talk sports, Tom Brady, there's no second. It used to be Joe Montana.
100%.
It used to be Joe Montana was in there for like.
Cloud over his head.
Love that name. I need
Yeah.
Montana.
To be Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember
it's
Joe
not
Montana's
close.
song?
Super Bowls and was in 10 of them. I mean,
No.
that's,
Yeah, it's insane.
And
How
then
does
now
it
he
go?
also has the
Say it.
records.
Yeah.
He's got it all. Longevity.
Yeah, it's everything. What are you? They went 17-0. Yeah, and didn't even win that year.
You have to sing that. I've never heard
Yeah,
that.
the comeback in the Super Bowl
Joe Montana
23.
and Jerry Rice's song.
Yeah.
When they
We are
won,
the
like back-to-back.
Oh, it was like their Super Bowl shuffle, like the Bears. You ever heard of Super Bowl shuffle?
Yeah, I know the Super Bowl
People
So
are
is that kind of their Super Bowl
people
shuffle?
are like, let's go, go. And then a lot of you were like, what up, cheater?
And I'm just here for the free water. Welcome back. As I'm sure many of you have heard, after 40 days in retirement, Tom Brady is back. He made the announcement yesterday, tweeting, quote, "The past 2 months, I've realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now." He finished the tweet saying unfinished business. So DBL Nation, what do you think of Tom's brief retirement? Are you glad he's back, or should he have stayed retired? I can't believe how polarizing this is. It's why is it so polarizing?
Because it's almost, and this is a weird comparison, but it's almost like the Meghan Markle situation. I feel like she got so much pushback because everybody's like, I've always wanted to be a princess. You became one or whatever, you know, and you turned your back on it. I think everybody's looking at Tom Brady like, you made it. You made all this money. You're retiring to marry a supermodel and you want to come back? You're like really taking an attack on my dream. That's what I wanted to do. And he's kind of showing the whole world, even when you win everything, there's still not that much stuff to do, so you're back playing football. That's how I took it.
I think people want to hate. And I think when you're on top, people want to knock you off your pedestal. And I'm talking not to you at home, to Rob right behind the camera. Rob's a hater because Tom Brady's married to a supermodel. He's got perfect bone structure. He's great at what he does. He's at the top of his game right now.
No integrity.
Listen, get real. Get real.
Rob says he's a cheater, and he's sticking to that.
Listen, he is the best of all time. We all agree at that. And people who are the best at what they do, they want to knock them down because they're losers and they can't do what Tom Brady does. He's a winner. He gets things done. Listen, he's not even on my team, but you have to respect what he does.
Yes. I do have to say that on Saturday there was an auction.
Yes,
okay,
Go,
and his
Tori.
last football throw.
Tori, you need to find a staff member to yell at while you do
No, this is good. Do it, Tori.
He, the last football thrown by Tom Brady went for $518,000, and on Sunday,
Last touchdown
football pass, and on last Sunday, the Sunday after, he said, "I'm coming back." So that's worth nothing.
It's worth nothing now.
It's just a football.
So does that person get the money back?
No.
That's not okay.
That's auction for you.
Yeah.
But it's
I wanna
speculative. So like you're buying it assuming that there's a value to it, but there's no.
No one thought he would be coming out of retirement, but I want to ask the dads this, because when he retired, he said he wants to spend more time with his family. Well, he did this tweet. Let's bring it up. After he announced he's unretiring, he says, "I'm unretiring to spend less time with my family."
That's
I think
hilarious.
as parents, you kind of need that balance. It gets a lot to be. Kudos to the people that are stay-at-home parents, right? It's hard work. When I come to work, it gives me like a little pep in my step. I have some alone time, and then I can go back and be a better mom. So I believe his tweet.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I have older kids, and I think what Tom is realizing, because his kids are a little bit older, you guys have young ones that kind of you still need to open jars and stuff. When your kids get to the point where they can fix a decent snack and can tell you I'll be back in 3 hours, you're like, I'm spending time with my kids. Where are my kids? They're gone. They're at their friend's house. They're at swim practice, and you don't see them. So it's really just you. His wife is an international model, so she's gone, I'm assuming, a lot. So it's probably just him in this house. Like, why did I retire?
I think we're
Everybody's gone.
underestimating also the need to compete. Like, he breathes it. It's like the Tiger Woods. It's the Michael Jordans that come back. I can't get out of here because I just don't know what to do with myself if I'm not competing. And I don't know from that.
Yeah. But I think you're exactly right. There's a personality type that just like Kobe had it, but you saw him and Magic, they kind of were transferring it to business. Kobe won an Emmy, I believe. So I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I wish him luck because he's only got a couple more years.
Don't worry,
He got to figure it out.
just keep talking. Sam's not paying attention.
I saw you were just looking off in the distance like you were pondering your future.
Pondering the future.
You were just like looking off.
Our
like we
senior
were in front of a
executive producer's
pond.
back. He hasn't been here in a while. He hurt his leg.
Oh, Bart's here.
Okay, we're going to look at our vote. It looks like 77% say stay retired.
Haters.
Or they think he cheated.
No. They hate their life, and now they're putting it on Brady.
I think they're like, I love you, want you to retire.
Enough. All right, coming up on DBL. Are accents really contagious? Just ask Tori.
What?
Why it might actually be totally normal for people to imitate how others talk.
Recently, the United Nations has been accused of censoring its employees from saying certain things about the war in Ukraine. Viral posts on social media claim the UN in fact banned its staffers from saying the word war or even invasion. So, is that true? Are United Nations employees currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war? Our sources, internal UN emails obtained by a reporter for the Irish Times and provided to Verify, statements from a spokesperson for the UN, and tweets from the Secretary General and the Undersecretary for Political and Peacebuilding Affairs. The claims began appearing after Irish Times reporter Naomi O'Leary published a story about internal UN communications. One email sent by a regional office included guidance on language to use when speaking publicly. The email said to use, quote, conflict or military offensive and not war or invasion when referring to the situation in Ukraine. And a UN spokesperson did not deny that the emails O'Leary obtained were genuine. But he said that prohibiting the words was never official UN policy. He also pointed to a tweet posted by a UN undersecretary before O'Leary's article was published that used both the words war and invasion. The day after the article was published, a new email was sent to UN staff. This email read in part, quote, today's approved key messages now refer to war and/or invasion. That same day, the Secretary General himself posted a tweet that referred to, quote, the war in Ukraine. So, even though some staffers were previously told not to use certain words when describing Ukraine, we can verify, no, United Nations employees are not currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Some of the good ones.
That's a good song, Gabby.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You're super country, and you've got a great voice.
Thank you.
Why am I starting to sound country?
Because you're in Nashville.
Oh, no, I can't turn country. I can't do it.
It's good. Come on over, girl. Come on over.
Welcome back. So like Katy Perry from last night's episode of American Idol, do you ever catch yourself accidentally imitating the accents of other people? Some of us might even do it on purpose, like Tori in this priceless clip.
But they might be a little thrown off by your British accent on your new thriller, Suspicion. How did you perfect that accent?
Oh, boy. Sorry.
Oh, boy. I literally can't believe you just did that, but it's hilarious.
It sounded more like Anna Delvey. Okay, so bad imitations aside, a new study has shown that accents really are contagious. Apparently, it's totally normal for people to absent-mindedly imitate the accents of people around them. Okay, we all know Tori's guilty of this. Are y'all guilty of this?
What I want to know is this study, if you're around people, you start to sound like them, right? If I go back home to my old neighborhood in Chicago, I come out with a real Chicago accent. You don't have anyone around you that talks like that, and you just do it.
What do you mean, I don't have friends? Oh, you mean I don't have people who are both?
You walked in and out.
When I was in London, for instance, attending the Meghan Markle and Harry wedding, I really did start to get a little bit of a lift and a little bit of a King's English, and then I can go into the Cockney. But I think we have someone here who might
we have Steph who is British. Steph, please, what do you think of when people do this, especially Tori?
I love Tori's enthusiasm. She's definitely got a bit of that Eliza Doolittle about her, hasn't she? Aside from Tori, I will say this, out of anyone working here, the person who does it to me all the time, without fail, is Jeff.
Yes.
I do.
Jeff, what do you do when Steph walks in?
Whenever Steph walks in, oi, Stephanie!
That's so true. All the time. All the time.
Steph, let's give him if you could judge him on a scale of 1 to 10 on his accent, 10 being good, 1 being not good, what would he get?
Wait, hold on. Let's hear one from Jeff real quick.
No, my accent's not good. Let's do Tori, because I'm just joking around.
Say, I'm going to go to the store and buy some milk. Okay.
We could have deciphered that.
Be serious.
Oh, I'm just off to the store to buy some milk.
Stephanie?
I'll give her a 5.
Now, Stephanie, I've learned a lot of, and I say this respectfully, it's not going to sound respectfully, but I've learned a lot of British slang or terms through Peppa the Pig because of my children. So do you call it store? Because I know like Sophie, my daughter, calls like the shopping carts trolleys.
Yes, a trolley. So that's your grocery cart, your trolley, your shopping trolley.
See, that's how you could have done it, Tori.
Oh, okay,
Let's try it again.
Do it again.
Okay. I'm just off to get a trolley full of milk. That's not right.
That was good though.
It's raised it up to a good 6.
Oh my.
I went up.
Yeah,
I went up. Thank you, Steph.
All right. I was going to let Tori sit in it for a little bit.
Oh, I'm in it.
She's in it. Okay. We love you, Steph. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Coming up on DBL, the Kanye and Pete drama. Yes, it does continue. But is Pete finally standing up for himself? We're talking about the alleged text messages that got leaked. And Halle Berry pays tribute to women at the Critics' Choice Awards. I love her hair, by the way. We're talking all about her moving speech that encouraged representation in Hollywood.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Leaders from around the world condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine last month and accused Russia of violating international agreements. Several social media posts specifically point to the Budapest Memorandum and called on the U.S. and U.K. to uphold their end of the deal. So, let's verify. Did Ukraine agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion? Our sources are the text of the Budapest Memorandum, the Arms Control Association, the U.S. State Department, and the Wilson Center, a nonpartisan policy forum on global issues. When the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine inherited the third largest nuclear arsenal in the world, and the Arms Control Association says much of it ended up in Ukraine. According to the Wilson Center, the newly formed government used the stockpile as leverage to get security guarantees from Russia that it would not attack them in exchange for denuclearizing. The U.S. and U.K. gave assurances to Ukraine that they would provide aid if an attack ever happened, but it did not guarantee military support. And all 4 countries agreed to consult each other if the treaty's commitments ever came into question. So, It's true. Ukraine did agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion. International leaders say Russia violated the agreement by invading Ukraine last month, and it wasn't the first time. In 2014, Russia sent its military into Crimea and annexed it. When the other 3 countries tried to get Russia to meet about what happened under the terms of the memo, Russia didn't show up. Russia's foreign ministry argued it had a right to disregard the agreement because Ukrainian citizens had recently overthrown their former authoritarian president. 2 years later, Russia falsely claimed the agreement only required them not to use nuclear weapons on Ukraine. Russia has not discussed the memo after its most recent invasion of Ukraine. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Since the very first COVID restrictions went into place 2 years ago, the traffic just hasn't been the same. And yet, we've seen a lot of claims like this, that pedestrian deaths are at a 30-year high. So let's verify, are pedestrian deaths the highest they've been in decades? We looked at the data tracked by the CDC and the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. The CDC looked at death records, while the NHTSA pulls from police crash reports, hospital medical reports, and other state records. Neither have released their 2021 data yet, so we're only able to report on 2020 pedestrian deaths in the years prior. So let's get to the numbers. Based on CDC data, there were 7,005 pedestrian deaths from a motor vehicle crash. That's the highest number they've recorded since 1988, when there were just over 7,200 pedestrian deaths. As for the NHTSA data, it says 2020 saw the highest number of pedestrian fatalities since 1989. By their count, 6,516, which made up 20% of all traffic fatalities. So even despite small differences in the official numbers, we can verify 2020 was the deadliest year for pedestrians in about 30 years nationally.
Welcome back. Some sad news. Actor William Hurt has passed away at the age of 71. Now, in a statement, his son said he died peacefully yesterday of natural causes. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2018. William had a string of popular movies in the 80s, The Big Chill and Body Heat with Kathleen Turner. He also earned an Oscar nom for his role in broadcast news. He scored another Oscar nod for playing Marlee Matlin's teacher and love interest in Children of a Lesser God. He took home an Oscar in '85 for his controversial role as a gay man imprisoned in Brazil in Kiss of the Spider Woman. Recently, he became known to a whole new generation as General Ross in a string of Marvel movies. We want to wish his family well, and may he rest in peace. Wow. 71 is so young now. I feel like 50, 30 years ago, we'd say, you know, that was a full life, but we look at all our parents and they're in their 70s.
My first thought was, oh, how young, and what a talented actor. And it's just like 71, you just wanted him to go longer, but that's a good thing. That's how you want to live your life.
Right. Yeah, especially the career that he had, right? A lot of people at home know who he is, right? William Hurt. But if you don't, you just see him in everything. And that is my favorite career. When you just span through decades, no one really knows who you are. Oh, I think that's William Hurt. But the name doesn't roll off your tongue.
Yes.
And you're just doing what you love, and you're not getting criticized on the daily and the tabloids. He lived a great life, not as long as anyone would like, but what a great career.
It's the flexibility. You know, as I look at my career, you start off doing stand-up, then I wrote comedy for a television show. Now I'm on the television show. I hosted others, but it's all kind of in this. There's the same through line, and I think when you look at his career, you kind of see the different roles he's taken, and ended with a Marvel one, which is probably the one most recognized. But like, I'm sure he did other ones that he's more proud of than Marvel.
Right.
So it's so interesting what you can do with your career. Really cool.
I know. Well, we wish we hope he rests in peace, and again, we wish his family all of our love. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our app. But if you're sticking around, here is what's coming up. Rebel Wilson shows off a brand new look at the BAFTAs, how she brought up her major weight loss on stage. Plus, Lady Gaga's gown turns heads at the Critics' Choice Awards. We're talking about some of the best and worst looks of the night. Oh my gosh, Jeff and Al don't like that dress. Okay.
But the one before it is better.
Yes,
okay, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, the pasty dress.
The same way that oil prices affect us. Yes, we are the #1 producer of oil, and we produce a ton of corn and wheat. But as our experts explained, those commodities all count towards the same global grain bin.
Russia's invasion of Ukraine continues to cause prices for goods to skyrocket. So let's verify. Why is the crisis in Ukraine affecting wheat and corn prices? To find out, we went to 3 agricultural economists. Bill Hoagland from the Bipartisan Policy Center, Dr. Mark Welch from Texas A&M University, and Dr. William Ridley from the University of Illinois. All of our sources explained that both Ukraine and Russia are large sources of the world's grain supply.
Russia and Ukraine export nearly 35% of all grain produced in the world.
So if the conflict continues, Ukrainian farmers might not be able to harvest wheat and ship it out of their ports because of closures, and sanctions on Russia mean they can't sell their wheat to a lot of countries, and that will restrict global supply. But what about here at home? How much wheat and corn does the U.S. import? Well, none.
We produce more than we need, domestically.
Well, these are global markets. So a disruption in one country is going to disrupt the global market for this commodity.
Grain, wheat, and corn, just like oil, gets measured at a global level.
Any impacts on prices and availability that you're going to see are going to spill over to U.S. markets, and that's clearly already happening.
Yeah, it matters because it's driving their prices up considerably, just in response to what's going on globally.
Add that to already high gas prices and high transportation costs, and you've got a recipe that could lead to higher grocery bills.
Now, exactly how much are we talking? Well, if the conflict continues and trends go up, our experts say a loaf of bread could cost anywhere between 10 and 50 cents more.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
No.
Just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Lots to chat about. There were dueling award shows last night. First, Halle Berry gave a very moving speech at the Critics' Choice Awards. She picked up the See Her Award, honoring women in Hollywood. Watch.
Because we are confident and we are scared. We are vulnerable and we are strong. We are beautiful and we are abused. We are everything and all of that, and all at the same time.
Now, The Power of the Dog was the big winner, picking up 4 awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for Jane Campion, who made a joke about being in a male-dominated field.
I'd also just like to give my love out to my fellow, the guys. The nominees, and Serena and Venus, you are such marvels. However, you do not play against the guys. Like I have to.
And across the pond, the BAFTAs were held in London. Host Rebel Wilson poked fun at her recent weight loss. Take a listen.
Everybody's asking me, why did you lose weight? Well, clearly it was to get the attention of Robert Pattinson. Because you know what they say, once you go bat, you don't go back. Just joking. Guys, seriously, I did not lose weight just for a guy, as if. I did it to get more acting roles. And boy, I am now so excited I can play the non-funny love interest in an Adam Sandler movie.
Oh. Yeah, that was a zinger.
Oh. Okay, let's talk about all the speeches. Which speech
was the most cringeworthy?
Yeah.
All of them?
They weren't great. I think Jane Campion was trying to say something because Sam Elliott, fellow actors, come after her for directing a Western and putting a Brit in it. And she was trying to say, I'm one of the only females in this category. But Venus was like, yo, don't come for me. I mean, it was really weird. I thought Halle Berry seemed a little bit even like...
I think you had to be in the room for Halle Berry's.
Yeah.
No, but I think you're forced to clap for Halle Berry's, right? Her inflection went up and she ended strong like a performance, and you're like, oh yeah, way to go,
But she's getting an award, the See Her Award, and I do think that
don't take the
probably
good side out.
Probably a lot of stuff came out of her. Sometimes when you're talking, I'm sure like all of the things that have happened to all these actresses that we're seeing now, they've had a lifetime of dealing with the Harvey Weinsteins and the ones that we didn't know about, and I think that all that is kind of coming out as their careers are coming to a culmination, and they're just frustrated, they're angry, they're enthusiastic. All that stuff is coming out, and when you hear that speech, that's what I got from her. But let me speak on Jane really quickly. I feel like she's just awkward, kind of weirdo person. And like our society doesn't have any place for that. We only have a place for good-looking people and like super articulate. Well, I like the weirdos. I think they add something to the conversation, but if we pick apart everything they say when they kind of hit a joke or miss a joke, I mean, is this the point? I don't understand, like...
Yeah.
It's like I don't think anybody thinks that she set out that evening to say something damaging or defaming to anybody. She just missed because she's like, she's not a speaker.
Al gets, that's a round of applause.
I didn't even know if you were being sarcastic.
No, I swear to you, for you to say that, I think we are so programmed. Yes, we make light of it, and that's what we were doing.
That's what
but we are, generally speaking, we are so programmed to criticize every little thing. She's not a performer. She's a director, right? Or maybe perhaps Halle Berry in that moment just like went off the cuff. Is that how you say it? Yeah. So to your point, we need to remember that. We need to give people grace, and we need to love them for their imperfections rather than focusing on perfection.
Yeah, but it's fun to make fun of people too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really fun.
Yeah.
I'm with you. It's important to say that.
I'll give such a TV answer. I love people. Get out of here.
I like the weirdos, Jeff.
Yeah, but we're not saying you lose your job. We're just making fun of you. That was terrible.
Now, I'm for making fun of people. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Let's get back to old Al. Let's make fun of Tori at the break.
Enough. We can't mention the awards without talking about all the fashion. Stephanie Jones is back to break down some of the best and the worst looks from both shows. Okay, so Steph, we got to know, what were some of your faves?
Well, Sam, I've got to give props to Lady Gaga, who walked not one, but 2 red carpets. So first, she wore this stunning emerald green Ralph Lauren gown at the BAFTAs in London. Gorgeous. The flowing velvet and silk taffeta dress took 150 hours to make by hand. And then she changed into this custom yellow and black Gucci gown for the Critics' Choice Awards, which took place in both LA and London. And then the Best Actor winner, Will Smith and his wife Jada, brought their A game with this matching gold ensemble. And then there was Serena and Venus Williams, stunning in silver with their gowns. Then Selena Gomez was a lady in red with this Louis Vuitton halter dress. And at the BAFTAs, Daniel Kaluuya wore a long black jacket with some blue fuzzy cuff details. I am here for it.
Love it.
No. And so-called Kirsten Dunst's frock, a bit frumpy, I've got to agree. And Kristen Wiig left nothing to the imagination with her see-through lace sheer dress.
I have a question for Steph.
Yes, hit me.
All right, Steph, when you look at what Kristen Wiig what she has on, does that look like somebody that is trying to break away from the I'm funny all the time mold and go into the I might be considered for a leading lady kind of, because that doesn't look like I was on SNL.
No, I think she's done this regularly. Like the last few Oscars and when she was presenting a little while ago, I think honestly she looks fabulous.
Yeah. Me too.
And I'm here for it. And we see Rihanna wearing all this really sheer, lacy, amazing maternity wear. And I think she's brought that look to the red carpet. I think she looks unbelievable.
Carla Welch is her stylist, and they are pretty brave what they go on. I follow them both.
Okay.
All right. What about Daniel Kaluuya?
No way with that.
Kaluuya.
I'm so here for it.
Yes.
Okay,
He looks like he's in Spies Like Us.
I love that he does. He absolutely does.
What's the problem here? What's the problem?
He looks like he's wearing swim floats.
Okay, that's true too.
What about
That's such a mom thing. That's hilarious.
But isn't it also matching, if you go back to the picture, it hits the color of the actual branded award. Look.
Let's have a look.
See?
You're looking too much into that.
Steph, you're the fashionista. Are we going to see a lot of this next year? Is he ahead of the curve?
Okay, are we going to see it in everyday life? Is Al going to wear that when he's nipping out for a pint of milk? No, he's probably but you know what? We all give Harry props, like Harry Styles loads of props whenever he wears something different. I think he looks amazing. He's elevating it. He's bringing something different to the red carpet. I'm bored of seeing the same old tux.
Wait, so Steph, are you saying like Will Smith? You're not down with what he wore? He's kind of just simple?
He looks chic. And you know what? I love how him and Jada are always twinning recently. I'm here for it. I think they look beautiful. Don't they look gorgeous? But I've seen it a million times. It's nothing new. It's not like shock horror. Will
you
really
like daring.
me.
Yeah, she likes people to take some risks. All right, thank you, Steph.
Thank you,
thank you. You're not going to
Here we get on it.
All right, it's a new week, so we got some more Kim and Kanye drama. It's sad. It really is. Over the weekend, Kanye posted a video on Instagram calling out Kim for her parenting and relationship with Pete Davidson. Take a look.
I've been dragged and how she's not my wife. She don't have her last name. And now he texting me, talking and bragging about how he's in bed with my wife. And I'm like, well, who's watching my children if he's texting me bragging about being in bed with my wife.
Oh, Pete's friend posted a series of screenshots of an alleged text message exchange between Pete and Kanye. Pete asks Kanye to calm down and says Kim is a great mom. When Kanye asks where he is, Pete says, in bed with your wife. The post also includes a pic of Pete, who appears to be in bed. Fans also spotted that there appeared to be a new tattoo on his chest with Kim's name, but none of this has been verified. And it's so much deeper than this. They went back and forth quite a bit. He also brought in DL Hughley and other people that criticized him. I'm speaking about Kanye West. And then I just want to say Kim just responded to Kanye's post, and she said in so many words, "Stop this narrative. You were just here to pick up the kids." Again, this is sad, but what do we think about Pete and Kanye going back and forth?
I mean, the leaking of the text, which I read last night, we can argue whether that was contrived or not between Pete and his friend. But honestly, my question when I kept reading this was, how much did we think he was going to take? Like, Kanye's been taking shots at him, not only like through the media, but I'm assuming personally. And now we've seen videos of Pete being injured quite badly. How long was this going to go on, Jeff? You can only push somebody so far before it's just like you. I think Jeff is a very chill guy, but there's a point where Jeff's going to go, that's going to be the last thing you're going to say about my friend or my kids or my wife. And now we're going to go into a whole different realm, and I think we might be seeing that in real time.
Yeah, you don't want to look like a punk at some point, right? And Pete's finally sticking up for himself, so to speak. Listen, I'm a Kanye fan, right? And I'm trying to understand where he's coming from with this. And if you watch his documentary on Netflix, which I just finished up, his friend that films the documentary for 25 years goes, I don't know how to talk to Kanye anymore because I'm friends with Kanye West. I don't know who Yeezy is. And he had to go back and film him as Yeezy. And there's times when he puts the camera down because he feels bad because Kanye's going on these rants. And you see him in real time starting to lose it. And we're seeing this in real time, him starting to lose it. It doesn't justify what he's doing. He needs, for his kids' sake, for Kim's sake, for his family's sake, he needs to get somehow past this. But it's a man breaking down in real time. And now we're having people take sides and jumping on social media. And it's really not healthy at all.
No, and it's weird how we're in the chat room with them. Like, we're not supposed to be in a chat room with a very private, very angry divorced couple. That's relatable. But megaphoning it to everyone, and then even on Kanye's video, he mentions North, his daughter's school, the name. So if you're mad about Kim being not a great mom, you're giving out dangerous
information. Not in his, again, not to make excuses. We saw this with Amanda Bynes. When you, and I'm not a clinician, but I do struggle with mental health issues. There's points where all you want to do is megaphone it when you're struggling, and we don't even know the extent to Kanye's mental health issues. In the documentary, which I also watched, they talk about his bipolar disorder. So that's extreme. So perhaps when he's having one of those manic episodes like Amanda Bynes did, you want to blast it to the world. So I just hope that he gets help. Again, it doesn't excuse what he's done to Kim and Pete, but I really hope he gets help for his family's sake and his sake. Coming up on DBL, the odd terms taking the dating world by storm. We're going to try to guess what some of them mean. Great. So stay tuned.
I got this.
Did you hear?
Closed captioning provided by
So Gabriella's giving us a breakdown of the game that we're about to play.
You know it. I'm giving a breakdown. Okay, so you're going to
dating terms.
Dating terms. So you're going to say the word, okay?
Okay.
And then you're going to guess what it means. And we're going to give you...
showing us a guessing game.
We're going to... it's a guessing game. And then you guess. And then you guess. So there's going to be a buzzer. There's going to be a buzzer that goes off, okay? At the end of like 20 seconds while you guys are guessing.
Okay.
So that's when you stop.
So when I hear the buzzer, I reveal.
Yes.
Okay.
And then a full screen will come up, but if you can't see the definition, look at your card.
Okay.
All the definitions are
Got
on your
it.
card.
Okay.
We have 5 of them, okay? So first one.
Does the winner get anything?
You know, the winner.
I'll always have to have stakes for us.
I'll give you a hug after, okay?
I
don't hug. I know
Yeah.
I don't hug
That's-
you guys.
that's-
okay?
Right.
Yeah, that's
A virtual
Okay,
hug.
but if you would like, I'll give you a hug, okay? And I'm not a hugger, so it's kind of a big deal. All right, so there's 5 of them. So you'll say the word, Sam.
You get
a lot of you guys writing in about Kanye saying how much he needs help and how much It's weird that Kanye thinks it's okay for him to date
Are
all
we
of them,
each
the
guessing
lookalikes and how
individually?
strange
No,
it
we
is.
all get to guess for
And
20
what scares
seconds
me
until
too
you
with
hear
what
the
you guys
buzzer,
say
then I'm
is,
gonna reveal. Oh, okay.
like, when
Oh,
does
okay.
it stop being sort
We're
of
all
like
gonna talk over each
fodder
other.
and celebrity fodder, like funny or like worrisome, and when
Okay.
it becomes like threatening and an actual crime?
Everyone
And I'm
just
not saying I
shout out
want him
answers.
locked up. I'm simply saying it's sometimes it turns from art to a threat. It's not so funny. So Kelly Cooper, says he needs help, but his mom was the only one he heard. Again, his mom Donda, who he loved, died in a complication of plastic surgery, and a lot of people said since Donda died, it's never found his anchor again.
That was a crap.
I think they're talking about something else, and I'm going to try and jump in to see if I can be involved.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
And she's probably got to be on Drew Barrymore's
You know why?
show.
'Cause he always Adam Sandler wants to be on in Hawaii, so he filmed it.
The terms used to describe relationship dynamics these days have gotten pretty creative, okay? So you've heard of ghosting and gaslighting, but 2022 brought us a new roster, like terms like woke fishing, aka someone who pretends to care about the same socio-political issues to reel you in. So
I didn't know that.
Oh, you did not?
No.
Okay, well now you do, but we got some more that you're gonna guess, okay? So we're gonna try and guess some other new terms. First up, we've got hater, coined by relationship expert Tina Wilson. Hey is an H-E-Y-ter. Hater. What do y'all think? I don't know the answers either.
You make an opinion about someone from the get-go. Hey, I don't like that person. Hater.
No.
Okay.
I think it's a person that fakes like they like you, like Jeff. Hey, I just want to say good fan of yours, and then their next thing is just like you are the worst. Like it's a fake reel you in.
Backstabber.
Yeah.
Backstabber.
But like
I'm kinda down with that.
Yeah,
Me
they
too.
bring you in with kindness.
Okay,
All right.
here we go. Okay, hater, let me look. Hater, when you ignore any conversation that starts with a hey.
Wow, I always write that. Hey.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I say hey too.
all right,
We're
so some people are hatering you.
Yeah.
Both of you. Okay, next up we've got corona ecstasy. What do you think is behind this one? Like having sex during coronavirus?
Maybe feeling so good you're done with corona, you're in ecstasy.
Coronasty. I said it wrong, of course I did. Coronasty.
Coronasty.
I think it's hooking up during
Corona?
Corona.
While you both have COVID?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, hooking up through
Maybe.
COVID, but ecstasy, so you're kind of getting out of there.
No, I think
On
I
drugs.
take the first half of I think obviously it's corona, but then the second half is honesty. So you be honest with your partner whether you have
Hey, guess
corona or
what?
not. Like
That's
a hookup
it.
person.
We just hooked up. I have coronavirus.
That's a really good one. Okay, here it is. Coronasty. Corona meets honesty. Being upfront about your dating intentions because of the pandemic.
Yes,
So
kind
you
of.
said after you hooked up.
Yeah, well, no. I said before.
Give him credit. That was hard.
Okay.
That was good.
Take my corona away.
Okay. We got more. The next one is funny. It's called roaching. To roach someone. Roaching.
Okay, I know when my dog lays on his back with his feet up, we call it a little roaching.
So it's like a sexual position?
It could be.
Okay.
It could be.
I'm thinking it's like dirty, doing someone dirty.
Like roaching.
You know?
Like in a mean way or
Yeah,
or
in a mean
sexual
way, like you did
Okay.
them.
No,
it's dating
sexual way.
It's dating terms.
Yeah, no,
It's getting real dirty in the sack. Roaching.
When I think roaching, I think lights coming on and roaches scattering. 'Cause that's, so I think it's like when you've been.
He's brilliant.
Like when your situation gets blown up, all your supporters leave.
You're so
Wait a
smart.
sec.
Okay,
Is that-
here it is. Let's see. Roaching is when the person you're seeing is secretly dating or sleeping with multiple other people. So no, you weren't right on that.
I was like getting worried.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, you're killing
Sam
this.
built it up like I had killed it. And she's like, no, you're dead wrong.
Okay, the next one is called groundhogging, a term coined by the Inner Circle dating app. This one sounds gross. What is
Groundhog.
it?
Is that when you're a guy or a girl and you take the date on the same date every time to the same restaurant?
Smart.
To the
That's
same,
a
and you play the
good
same moves and the same lines, huh?
Yeah, that's
That's good.
What do you think it is, Sam?
I'm not.
What do you? I think my mind's in the same place.
We're in the same place. What if groundhogging is because the pandemic is so monotonous, you're just dating someone amongst the pandemic?
That's a good one.
I'm going with Tories. I think because when you go on a lot of Tinder dates, you start saying the same things. It's the same questions. Where are you from? Where'd you go to school? I think it's the same thing.
I'm going sexual. You pop up in weird places in the bed. Yeah.
Like you see your shadow.
You're like, where is he?
All right.
There I am.
Groundhogging. Now, you guys were kind of on the right page, touring out, going for the same type of person over and over and expecting the same results. Okay, last one. This one is called oystering, a term coined by the app Badoo. What do you think? Oystering.
Something aphrodisiac. I'm doing something to make you, I'm oystering you. I'm getting you warmed up.
Okay.
Shucking in weird positions.
You and I are on the same page. Okay, what about you?
That's even crazier that you guys are both thinking that.
Yes.
I'm going to say oystering is like you're doing all the stuff to kind of set the scene for you guys to be intimate.
What, like I said, like aphrodisiac.
Yes, but like setting like all the stuff that they like, candles and all.
Okay, here it is. Encouraging people to celebrate their freedom and embrace being single.
What?
I like ours better.
Yeah. Mine was way better.
Yeah, yours was the best.
I can't get Jeff's definition of groundhogging.
Who won? Who won? Probably Al.
Al, probably.
You don't get a prize, though. We'll be right back.
Wow.
I feel.
Recently, the United Nations has been accused of censoring its employees from saying certain things about the war in Ukraine. Viral posts on social media claim the UN in fact banned its staffers from saying the word war or even invasion. So, is that true? Are United Nations employees currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war? Our sources, internal UN emails obtained by a reporter for the Irish Times and provided to verify, statements from a spokesperson for the UN, and tweets from the Secretary General and the Undersecretary for Political and Peacebuilding Affairs. The claims began appearing after Irish Times reporter Naomi O'Leary published a story about internal UN communications. One email sent by a regional office included guidance on language to use when speaking publicly. The email said to use, quote, conflict or military offensive and not war or invasion when referring to the situation in Ukraine. And a UN spokesperson did not deny that the emails O'Leary obtained were genuine. But he said that prohibiting the words was never official UN policy. He also pointed to a tweet posted by a UN undersecretary before O'Leary's article was published that used both the words war and invasion. The day after the article was published, a new email was sent to UN staff. This email read in part, quote, today's approved key messages now refer to war and/or invasion. That same day, the Secretary General himself posted a tweet that referred to, quote, the war in Ukraine. So, even though some staffers were previously told not to use certain words when describing Ukraine, we can verify, no, United Nations employees are not currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back to DBL. We all need someone to help us get through our darkest moments. Watch how a mom came back from one of the lowest points in her life with help from someone unexpected in today's Heart Threads.
This woman, who was arrested for drunk driving 10 years ago, celebrated a decade of sobriety with the trooper who saved her life. Amy Martin was driving drunk when State Trooper Christy Sue Hathaway pulled her over. Christy Sue noticed a bottle of vodka in the center console and a 2-year-old in the back seat. Amy's parents picked up her daughter Madeline, and Christy Sue took Amy to the Hennepin County Jail.
I remember saying right before you got booked in that, like, please, like, don't do this to your daughter, because I know, because my mom left when I was 10.
Amy told Christy Sue that she would see her in a year after she got help and made this right. Christy Sue didn't think she'd see Amy again, but 1 year to the day, Amy kept her promise. She surprised Christy Sue at work with the 1-year sobriety medallion she earned.
While I'd been trying to get sober for quite a long time and struggling with that, I mean, like, I wanted her to be able to see that and to kind of give that to her.
Every year since the arrest, Amy has shared her sobriety medallions with Christy Sue. Christy Sue carries these medallions in her pocket every day. The two have developed a relationship over the years, attending major life events for each other. The 2-year-old that was in that swerving car 10 years ago is now 12 and couldn't be prouder of her mom.
I'm glad that she made the choice to do what she did and like make a promise that she would do it and actually accomplish it.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Leaders from around the world condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine last month and accused Russia of violating international agreements. Several social media posts specifically point to the Budapest Memorandum and called on the U.S. and U.K. to uphold their end of the deal.
So, let's verify. Did Ukraine agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion?
Our sources are the text of the Budapest Memorandum, the Arms Control Association, the U.S. State Department, and the Wilson Center, a nonpartisan policy forum on global issues.
When the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine inherited the third largest nuclear arsenal in the world.
And the Arms Control Association says much of it ended up in Ukraine.
According to the Wilson Center, the newly formed government used the stockpile as leverage to get security guarantees from Russia that it would not attack them in exchange for denuclearizing.
The U.S. and U.K. gave assurances to Ukraine that they would provide aid if an attack ever happened, but it did not guarantee military support. And all 4 countries agreed to consult each other
if the treaty's commitments ever came into question.
So, it's true. Ukraine did agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion. International leaders say Russia violated the agreement by invading Ukraine last month, and it wasn't the first time. In 2014, Russia sent its military into Crimea and annexed it. When the other 3 countries tried to get Russia to meet about what happened under the terms of the memo, Russia didn't show up.
Russia's foreign ministry argued it had a right to disregard the agreement because Ukrainian citizens had recently overthrown their former authoritarian president.
2 years later, Russia falsely claimed the agreement only required them not to use nuclear weapons on Ukraine. Russia has not discussed the memo after its most recent invasion of Ukraine.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Since the very first COVID restrictions went into place 2 years ago, the traffic just hasn't been the same. And yet, we've seen a lot of claims like this, that pedestrian deaths are at a 30-year high. So let's verify, are pedestrian deaths the highest they've been in decades? We looked at the data tracked by the CDC and the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. The CDC looked at death records, while the NHTSA pulls from police crash reports, hospital medical reports, and other state records. Neither have released their 2021 data yet, so we're only able to report on 2020 pedestrian deaths in the years prior. So let's get to the numbers. Based on CDC data, there were 7,005 pedestrian deaths from a motor vehicle crash. That's the highest number they've recorded since 1988, when there were just over 7,200 pedestrian deaths. As for the NHTSA data, it says 2020 saw the highest number of pedestrian fatalities since 1989. By their count, 6,516, which made up 20% of all traffic fatalities. So even despite small differences in the official numbers, we can verify 2020 was the deadliest year for pedestrians in about 30 years nationally.
Welcome back to DBL. Okay, so lots of comments about the dating terms. Any of them shock you? First of all, I couldn't have thought of any of them, and I've never heard of any of them.
First of all, oystering's the lamest. I didn't even hear you say the real term of it because we were laughing, but it's so lame.
To think the world's your oyster after you break up is so weird.
Do you think people, like if let's say I was single and I told you, yeah, man, just he roached me. Would you be like, what's wrong with you?
No one would use
Do you
that.
think people use it?
I think the coronesty, I think maybe it's a clumsy term, but I think especially when it was really at its peak, that was like something that if you were single and still trying to date, you were relying on like, hey, are you seeing other people? Are you kissing other people? It's like a really big, not just like you're cheating, but just it brings health into it. So that was like, I thought, a good one. Even though it's not really the definition.
He thought it was a good one because he knew the definition.
I know. I thought I had a better definition. That's really what I was saying. I thought it was really good.
Sorry, I thought you'd be better at these.
I was good.
No, you were.
I was good on
awful.
one.
You just
the
can't
groundhog.
declare that you're good.
I am good, usually good at these. They said we should all go on Family Feud. A lot of people said
that'd be so much fun. We
DBL?
have to do that.
Huh?
I do want to just offer condolences to Dee Dee. We are so sorry to hear about the loss of your loved one. Bye, guys.
Same way that oil prices affect us. Yes, we are the #1 producer of oil and we produce a ton of corn and wheat. But as our experts explained, those commodities all count towards the same global grain bin. Russia's invasion of Ukraine continues to cause prices for goods to skyrocket. So let's verify. Why is the crisis in Ukraine affecting wheat and corn prices? To find out, we went to 3 agricultural economists. Bill Hoagland from the Bipartisan Policy Center, Dr. Mark Welch from Texas A&M University, and Dr. William Ridley from the University of Illinois. All of our sources explained that both Ukraine and Russia are large sources of the world's grain supply.
Russia and Ukraine export nearly 35% of all grain produced in the world.
So if the conflict continues, Ukrainian farmers might not be able to harvest wheat and ship it out of their ports because of closures. And sanctions on Russia mean they can't sell their wheat to a lot of countries, and that will restrict global supply. But what about here at home? How much wheat and corn does the U.S. import? Well, none.
We produce more than we need, domestically.
These are global markets. So a disruption in one country is going to disrupt the global market for this commodity.
Grain, wheat, and corn, just like oil, gets measured at a global level.
Any impacts on prices and availability that you're going to see are going to spill over to U.S. markets, and that's clearly already happening.
Yeah, it matters because it's driving their prices up considerably just in response to what's going on globally.
Add that to already high gas prices and high transportation costs, and you've got a recipe that could lead to higher grocery bills. Now, exactly how much are we talking? Well, if the conflict continues and trends go up, our experts say a loaf of bread could cost anywhere between 10 and 50 cents more.
On Daily Blast Live.
Stars speak out on Ukraine at 2 major award shows.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge the bravery of the people of Ukraine.
Is this the place for political statements? Women get recognized in a big way at the Critics' Choice Awards, plus the best and worst outfits from the red carpet. Do you love or hate Lady Gaga's bold look? Are these leaked text messages between Kanye and Pete the real deal? The shocking exchange that has everyone talking. And that didn't last long. Tom Brady is out of retirement. Why is he heading back to the Buccaneers after only 40 days off the field?
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Y'all,
just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Before we get started, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I do have a big old boot.
There we go.
Can you see it? Oh, you can't see it. Okay, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah, I twisted my ankle snowboarding, falling off, getting off the chairlift.
Your first
run? Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you didn't snowboard at all?
Nope.
You just went up there, sprained your ankle, and came back?
Yeah.
But were the
Pretty
views
much.
nice?
It was beautiful.
Great.
I did have a view of
How
the
was
mountain.
the inside of the urgent care?
I didn't go to the urgent care.
You didn't?
No, I had Ski Patrol come check it out. Okay, enough. Okay. I just want to thank our viewers because I did post about it this morning, even though it happened a week ago, and a lot of kind thoughts. Thank you very much. And shout out to Grand Hyatt Vale for taking good care of me.
That's what's up.
All right, so let's get started. No more boot talk. Let's talk about some of the award shows that happened over the weekend. In fact, there was two that you all are all talking about, the Critics' Choice Awards and the BAFTAs. Now, at both shows, some of the celebs used their platforms to voice their support for Ukraine. Take a look.
As we gather together on this special night, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the bravery of the people of Ukraine.
I want to say thank you to fellow actor President Zelensky, and keep up the fight.
Luckily, though, in all sign languages, this is the gesture for Putin.
All right, we want to hear from you. What do you think of this? Was this the right thing to do, or was it just them, you know, virtue signaling, in your opinion, Jeff?
Yeah, listen, I think it'd be weird if you didn't mention it, but it is like virtue signaling. Like that last one, like the middle finger. You ever look back at like when you're in high school and you have like pictures with your middle finger and like a cigarette and you're like, what a loser. That's kind of like when people are just pumping Ukraine because of what they're trying to do for their platform. I don't like it. I don't like it. But if you have an accent, like I didn't know who the first girl was, but I believed she had some ties, so I'm all for it.
You're here for it.
Yeah.
You know, Jeff, I really do appreciate what you had to say there, but it's a weird thing. Do you use your platform to talk about what everybody's thinking about, or do you use this platform to just talk about the movie, talk about the reason that you're there? And it's this whole thing of I watch award shows to get away from the world, or I watch award shows to see what you think about the world. And in this situation, I don't know how you can get through anything like this without mentioning Ukraine. It's what everybody's talking about. But at the same time, I do appreciate that you say the same thing about any kind of issue, whether it was, you know, when it was the Trump stuff, or you've always been like, I don't really want that in my award shows. And no one talks about consistency, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. I love you.
I mean, you walk
Jeff
the walk.
over there.
Yeah, and no one does, Sam. Everybody changes from story to story, and that's I appreciate that.
I keep my hatred level.
Very good. Yes. It's easier.
Yes, yes.
All right, well, meantime, over in Ukraine yesterday, we got to talk about President Zelensky, because he went and visited with troops, wounded troops. You see right there, the president handed out medals to the soldiers at the capital in Kyiv. He did it despite the fact that Russia continues to attack the city and also threatens Zelensky's life. Russia also moved yesterday to block Instagram in the country, with the ban taking effect at midnight last night. The head of Instagram called the situation terrifying and said that the move cuts millions of people, Tori, off from loved ones around the world.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are getting social media updates as their only news and the only truth. And I have to be honest with you, number one in dictatorshipville, evilville, is make the only truth your truth. And you shut down every other avenue that could possibly give you another point of view. Putin isn't winning this war in the way he wanted to. I really agree with a lot of you who say that. And I think he lashed out and is mad, and he's going to go crazy, shutting down things, putting stuff down.
I don't think it's him lashing out.
Oh, I do.
I think it's him controlling the brainwashing there. There's been some tapes intercepted that's now starting to go viral. You can see it on Vice and Motherboard. And what it is, it's tapes where it's the soldiers calling their parents and the soldiers being in Russia. And they're repeating this narrative to make them feel better as they unfortunately kill innocent civilians and I'm not talking about all Russian soldiers, because we've seen some of them dissent, right? But you hear them say things like they're Nazis, they're drug addicts, repeating this narrative. So in order for Putin to continue on his crusade, his illegal war crime crusade, he has to brainwash the people. So that means not only has he blocked Instagram, he's blocked Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, other websites. He has many of the foreign news correspondents. He removed them from the country. He's trying to keep them brainwashed.
That's dictatorship 101.
I mean, I was going to say, is this just gigantic North Korea at this point?
Yeah.
When you start like cutting off trade with other countries, cutting off communication from the outside world, what else would you call this? I mean, a nuclear power that has no connection to the outside world. And North Korea was enough of a problem just as a smaller country. I mean, if Russia takes on that same model, where do we go, Jeff?
It's just communism, right? He's spreading his own propaganda for what he wants people to believe. And with the internet, that's hard to do, but he's still maintaining, right? But I mean, if you're savvy enough, you get a VPN if you're Russian, and there's ways around it. But the majority of people are just going to be like, well, my social media account's deactivated.
You can get jailed. I just want to let you know, you can get jailed in Russia for just liking a tweet that he would consider dissent. Just liking, not even posting. So that's what we're dealing with. It's heart-wrenching. One last thing about Ukraine. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has challenged Russia's President Vladimir Putin to a fight over Ukraine. Musk tweeted, quote, "I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat. Stakes are Ukraine." Tori, what do you think of this? And who would win?
Okay, so I know that Putin, and first of all, I know this is kind of a joke and stuff, but there are people dying, so it's not that funny. To me, this is two huge egos going after each other. These are two man babies, let's be honest, and they are just fighting like they're 7 years old on a playground. I do think Putin has a black belt in judo. I know
he's also 70, right?
Yes,
yeah, but he's KGB 70. That's
KGB
like regular people 49.
And I know that Elon Musk has dabbled in some weightlifting and taekwondo.
No, taekwondo is not a discipline. That's what you do when you're in the pool.
No, that's Tai Chi. That's Tai Chi.
I am thinking about Tai Chi.
Yeah, I was like, taekwondo. Yeah, taekwondo. I think he does jujitsu too, like a little bit. So he's got some
on that one.
But he's almost 70. Listen, here's the thing.
I think Foreman was older when he won the title at 50.
Listen,
Elon's 50.
Elon, I think, would stick to his technical fighting, and Putin would throw
poison
sand in your face and get you.
Blood sport,
you know what I mean? So I mean, like, I thought I'm going with the dirty fighter in this one. I think Putin.
Putin poisons him before he reaches the ring. That's literally what
I just want to highlight. I just want to highlight as we're having fun with this, and you can have duality of thought and talk about this, but also to Tori's point,
it's weird.
The fact that it's almost like the misogyny, right? That Elon Musk has to insert himself in it and make it about him. It's definitely, yes, we all want to see Putin go away, but at the same time, it's definitely showcasing the ego and the misogyny coming out of Elon Musk.
Yeah, and just how distant he appears. That like to tweet something like that and possibly stir something up in a situation that's this tense just shows to me how disconnected you are from like your words and how much power Elon Musk has. So when he tweets something like that, what if Putin responded? What if Putin said, "Let's do this"?
Well, it's complicated.
Like, I mean, you're really
you've complicated
with things.
The global foreign policy.
People are dying here, and you're joking around on Twitter.
I agree.
Not here for that.
All right, well, coming up on DBL, more drama, you guys. Between Kanye and Pete, we're going to talk all about the alleged text messages that were leaked. Plus, Tom Brady is heading back to the field. Can you guys believe it? Why was his retirement so short?
Closed captioning provided by.
This March, connect with Al, Tori, Erica, Jeff, and Sam. Oh my gosh, the real conversations are on DBL.
Man, you guys want all the smoke with these hard questions.
Yeah. DBL, all new, every day.
Okay.
We're talking about Tom
Rob's
Brady.
hatred.
Oh, you hate Tom Brady?
Cheater.
And this is a lifelong New Englander.
So here's what happened. Rob had a girlfriend. She broke up with him when a guy who looks just like Tom
is that what
Brady,
happened?
and he hasn't let go ever since.
Oh, is that what
Tom
happened?
Brady. Now he's lying like Tom Brady.
Now,
I played the game with integrity. I don't believe Tom Brady did. That's all.
Now, can
You're
you?
from the East Coast. I don't understand
He's
that.
from New England.
Yeah.
Not
Because
even
I'm a
East
hard
Coast.
I don't need to cheat.
Now, there's other people that will say Tom Brady's the greatest of all time.
That would be everyone. Sam thought that she had like some inside info. Some people.
There's a term out there called the GOAT.
They call it the GOAT.
You might not have heard this term.
I don't watch football, but I do know that Tom Brady's a dang good player.
He's a dang good player.
It's almost unanimous that he's
He
the
is
best quarterback.
one of the best
I
ever
would make
play.
the argument that he's the only player that ended the GOAT conversation. You can always argue
Tiger
Jordan, LeBron.
Right.
You can argue
Kobe.
Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus.
Right.
You know, you can always, but Tom Brady, like in any black barbershop anywhere where they talk sports, Tom Brady, there's no second. It used to be Joe Montana.
100%.
It used to be Joe Montana was in there for like.
Cloud over his head.
Love that name.
I need Montana.
Be Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Joe Montana's song?
Super Bowls and was in 10 of them.
No.
Yeah, it's insane.
And then now he also has the records.
Yeah.
He's got it all. Longevity.
Yeah, it's everything. What are you? They went 17-0. Yeah, and didn't even win that year.
You have to sing that. I've never heard that.
The comeback in the Super Bowl
Joe
23.
Montana and Jared Rice's song.
Yeah.
When they
We
won,
are the
like back to back.
Oh, it was like their Super Bowl shuffle, like the Bears. You ever heard of Super Bowl shuffle?
Yeah, I know the Super Bowl
People
So
are
is that kind of their Super
yeah,
Bowl
people
shuffle?
are like, let's go, go. And then a lot of you were like, what up, cheater? And I'm just here for the free water.
Welcome back. As I'm sure many of you have heard, after 40 days in retirement, Tom Brady is back. He made the announcement yesterday, tweeting, quote, "The past 2 months, I've realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now." He finished the tweet saying unfinished business. So DBL Nation, what do you think of Tom's brief retirement? Are you glad he's back, or should he have stayed retired? I can't believe how polarizing this is.
Crazy.
It's why is it so polarizing?
Because it's almost, and this is a weird comparison, but it's almost like the Meghan Markle situation. I feel like she got so much pushback because everybody's like, I've always wanted to be a princess. You became one, or whatever, you know, and you turned your back on it. I think everybody's looking at Tom Brady like, you made it. You made all this money. You're retiring to marry a supermodel and you want to come back? You're like really taking an attack on my dream. That's what I wanted to do. And he's kind of showing the whole world, even when you win everything, there's still not that much stuff to do, so you're back playing football. That's how I took it.
I think people want to hate. And I think when you're on top, people want to knock you off your pedestal. And I'm talking not to you at home, to Rob right behind the camera. Rob's a hater because Tom Brady's married to a supermodel. He's got perfect bone structure. He's great at what he does. He's at the top of his game right now.
No integrity.
Listen, get real. Get real.
Rob says he's a cheater, and he's sticking to that.
Listen, he is the best of all time. We all agree at that. And people who are the best at what they do, they want to knock them down because they're losers and they can't do what Tom Brady does. He's a winner. He gets things done. Listen, he's not even on my team, but you have to respect what he does.
Yes. I do have to say that on Saturday there was an auction, okay?
Go,
and his
Tori.
last football throw.
Tori, you need to find a staff member to yell at while you do
No, this is good. Do it, Tori.
The last football thrown by Tom Brady went for $518,000, and on Sunday, last touchdown football pass, and on the Sunday after, he said, "I'm coming back." So that's worth nothing.
No, it's worth nothing.
It's just a football.
So does that person get the money back?
No.
That's not okay.
That's auction for you.
Yeah, but it's speculative. So like you're buying it assuming that there's a value to it, but there's no.
No one thought he would be coming out of retirement, but I want to ask the dads this, because you know when he retired, he said he wants to spend more time with his family. Well, he did this tweet. Let's bring it up. After he announced he's unretiring, he says, "I'm unretiring to spend less time with my family."
That's
I think
hilarious.
as parents, you kind of need that balance. It gets a lot to be. Kudos to the people that are stay-at-home parents, right? It's hard work. When I come to work, it gives me like a little pep in my step. I have some alone time, and then I can go back and be a better mom. So I believe his tweet.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I have older kids, and I think what Tom is realizing, because his kids are a little bit older, you guys have young ones that kind of you still need to open jars and stuff. When your kids get to the point where they can fix a decent snack and can tell you I'll be back in 3 hours, you're like, I'm spending time with my kids. Where are my kids? They're gone. They're at their friend's house. They're at swim practice, you know, and you don't see them. So it's really just you. His wife is an international model, so she's gone, I'm assuming, a lot. So it's probably just him in this house. Like, why did I retire?
I think we're underestimating also the need to compete. Like, he breathes it. It's like the Tiger Woods, it's the Michael Jordans that come back. I can't get out of here because I just don't know what to do with myself if I'm not competing. And I don't know from that.
Yeah. But I think you're exactly right. There's a personality type that just like Kobe had it, but you saw him and Magic, they kind of were transferring it to business. Kobe won an Emmy, I believe. So I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I wish him luck because he's only got a couple more years.
Don't worry,
Got to figure it out.
Just keep talking. Sam's not paying attention.
I saw you were just looking off in the distance like you were pondering your future.
Pondering the future.
You were just like looking off.
Our
like
senior
in front of a pond.
back. He hasn't been here in a while. He hurt his leg.
Oh, Bart's here.
Okay, we're going to look at our vote. It looks like 77% say stay retired.
Haters.
Or they think he cheated.
No. They hate their life, and now they're putting it on Brady.
I think they're like, I love you, won't you retire?
Enough. All right, coming up on DBL. Are accents really contagious? Just ask Tori.
What?
Why it might actually be totally normal for people to imitate how others talk.
Recently, the United Nations has been accused of censoring its employees from saying certain things about the war in Ukraine. Viral posts on social media claim the UN in fact banned its staffers from saying the word war or even invasion. So, is that true? Are United Nations employees currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war? Our sources, internal UN emails obtained by a reporter for the Irish Times and provided to verify, statements from a spokesperson for the UN, and tweets from the Secretary General and the Undersecretary for Political and Peacebuilding Affairs. The claims began appearing after Irish Times reporter Naomi O'Leary published a story about internal UN communications. One email sent by a regional office included guidance on language to use when speaking publicly. The email said to use, quote, conflict or military offensive and not war or invasion when referring to the situation in Ukraine. And a UN spokesperson did not deny that the emails O'Leary obtained were genuine. But he said that prohibiting the words was never official UN policy. He also pointed to a tweet posted by a UN undersecretary before O'Leary's article was published that used both the words war and invasion. The day after the article was published, a new email was sent to UN staff. This email read in part, quote, today's approved key messages now refer to war and/or invasion. That same day, the Secretary General himself posted a tweet that referred to, quote, the war in Ukraine. So, even though some staffers were previously told not to use certain words when describing Ukraine, we can verify, no, United Nations employees are not currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Some of the good ones.
That's a good song, Gabby.
Yeah. I'd say so.
You're super country, and you've got a great voice.
Thank you.
Why am I starting to sound country?
Because you're in Nashville.
Oh, no, I can't turn country. I can't do it.
It's good. Come on over, girl. Come on over.
Welcome back. So like Katy Perry from last night's episode of American Idol, do you ever catch yourself accidentally imitating the accents of other people? Some of us might even do it on purpose, like Tori in this priceless clip.
But they might be a little thrown off by your British accent on your new thriller, Suspicion. How did you perfect that accent?
Oh boy. Sorry.
Oh boy. I literally can't believe you just did that, but it's hilarious.
It sounded more like Anna Delvey. Okay, so bad imitations aside, a new study has shown that accents really are contagious. Apparently, it's totally normal for people to absent-mindedly imitate the accents of people around them. Okay, we all know Tori's guilty of this. Are y'all guilty of this?
What I want to know is this study, if you're around people, you start to sound like them, right? If I go back home to my old neighborhood in Chicago, I come out with a real Chicago accent. You don't have anyone around you that talks like that, and you just do it.
You mean I don't have friends? Oh, you mean I don't have people who are both?
You walked in and out.
When I was in London, for instance, attending the Meghan Markle and Harry wedding, I really did start to get a little bit of a lift and a little bit of a King's English, and then I can go into the Cockney. But I think we have someone here who might.
I think, yeah, we have Steph who is British. Steph, please, what do you think of when people do this, especially Tori?
I love Tori's enthusiasm. She's definitely got a bit of that Eliza Doolittle about her, hasn't she? Aside from Tori, I will say this, out of anyone working here, the person who does it to me all the time without fail is Jeff.
Yes.
I do.
Jeff, what do you do when Steph walks in?
Whenever Steph walks in, oi, Stephanie!
That's so true.
All the time, all the time.
Steph, let's give him if you could judge him on a scale of 1 to 10 on his accent, 10 being good, 1 being not good, what would he get?
Wait, hold on. Let's hear one from Jeff real quick.
No, my accent's not good.
let's hear
Let's
it.
do Tori, because I'm just joking around.
Say, I'm going to go to the store and buy some milk.
Okay.
We could have deciphered that.
Be serious.
Oh, I'm just off to the store to buy some milk.
Stephanie?
I'll give her a 5.
Now, Stephanie, I've learned a lot of, and I say this respectfully, it's not going to sound respectfully, but I've learned a lot of British slang or terms through Peppa the Pig because of my children.
Yeah.
So do you call it store? Because I know like Sophie, my daughter, calls like the shopping carts trolleys.
Yes, a trolley. So that's your grocery cart, your trolley, your shopping trolley.
See, that's how you could have done it, Tori.
Oh, okay,
Let's try
sorry.
it again.
Do it again.
Okay. I'm just off to get a trolley full of milk. That's not right.
That was good though.
It's raised it up to a good 6.
Oh, my.
I went up.
Yeah.
I went up.
Okay.
Thank you, Steph.
All right. I was going to let Tori sit in it for a little bit.
Oh, I'm in it.
Oh, it's my favorite.
She's
that
in
was
it.
good.
Okay. We love you, Steph. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Coming up
Steph.
on DBL, the Kanye and Pete drama. Yes, it does continue. But is Pete finally standing up for himself? We're talking about the alleged text messages that got leaked. And Halle Berry pays tribute to women at the Critics' Choice Awards. I love her hair, by the way. We're talking all about her moving speech that encouraged representation in Hollywood.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Leaders from around the world condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine last month and accused Russia of violating international agreements. Several social media posts specifically point to the Budapest Memorandum and called on the U.S. and U.K. to uphold their end of the deal. So, let's verify. Did Ukraine agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion? Our sources are the text of the Budapest Memorandum, the Arms Control Association, the U.S. State Department, and the Wilson Center, a nonpartisan policy forum on global issues. When the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine inherited the third largest nuclear arsenal in the world, and the Arms Control Association says much of it ended up in Ukraine. According to the Wilson Center, the newly formed government used the stockpile as leverage to get security guarantees from Russia that it would not attack them in exchange for denuclearizing. The U.S. and U.K. gave assurances to Ukraine that they would provide aid if an attack ever happened, but it did not guarantee military support. And all 4 countries agreed to consult each other if the treaty's commitments ever came into question. So, it's true. Ukraine did agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion. International leaders say Russia violated the agreement by invading Ukraine last month, and it wasn't the first time. In 2014, Russia sent its military into Crimea and annexed it. When the other 3 countries tried to get Russia to meet about what happened under the terms of the memo, Russia didn't show up. Russia's foreign ministry argued it had a right to disregard the agreement because Ukrainian citizens had recently overthrown their former authoritarian president. 2 years later, Russia falsely claimed the agreement only required them not to use nuclear weapons on Ukraine. Russia has not discussed the memo after its most recent invasion of Ukraine. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Since the very first COVID restrictions went into place 2 years ago, the traffic just hasn't been the same. And yet, we've seen a lot of claims like this, that pedestrian deaths are at a 30-year high. So let's verify, are pedestrian deaths the highest they've been in decades? We looked at the data tracked by the CDC and the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. The CDC looked at death records, while the NHTSA pulls from police crash reports, hospital medical reports, and other state records. Neither have released their 2021 data yet, so we're only able to report on 2020 pedestrian deaths in the years prior. So let's get to the numbers. Based on CDC data, there were 7,005 pedestrian deaths from a motor vehicle crash. That's the highest number they've recorded since 1988, when there were just over 7,200 pedestrian deaths. As for the NHTSA data, it says 2020 saw the highest number of pedestrian fatalities since 1989. By their count, 6,516, which made up 20% of all traffic fatalities. So even despite small differences in the official numbers, we can verify 2020 was the deadliest year for pedestrians in about 30 years nationally.
Welcome back. Some sad news. Actor William Hurt has passed away at the age of 71. Now, in a statement, his son said he died peacefully yesterday of natural causes. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2018. William had a string of popular movies in the 80s, The Big Chill and Body Heat with Kathleen Turner. He also earned an Oscar nom for his role in broadcast news. He scored another Oscar nod for playing Marlee Matlin's teacher and love interest in Children of a Lesser God. He took home an Oscar in '85 for his his controversial role as a gay man imprisoned in Brazil in Kiss of the Spider-Woman. Recently, he became known to a whole new generation as General Ross in a string of Marvel movies. We want to wish his family well, and may he rest in peace. Wow. 71 is so young now. I feel like 50, 30 years ago, we'd say, you know, that was a full life, but we look at all our parents and they're in their 70s.
My first thought was, oh, how young, and what a talented actor. And it's just like 71, you just wanted him to go longer, but that's a good thing. That's how you want to live your life.
Right. Yeah, especially the career that he had, right? A lot of people at home know who he is, right? William Hurt. But if you don't, you just see him in everything. And that is my favorite career. When you just span through decades, no one really knows who you are. Oh, I think that's William Hurt. The name doesn't roll off your tongue.
Yeah.
And you're just doing what you love, and you're not getting criticized on the daily and the tabloids. He lived a great life, not as long as anyone would like, but what a great career.
It's the flexibility. You know, as I look at my career, you start off doing stand-up, then I wrote comedy for a television show. Now I'm on the television show. I hosted others, but it's all kind of in this. There's the same through line, and I think when you look at his career, you kind of see the different roles he's taken, and ended with a Marvel one, which is probably the one most recognized. But like, I'm sure he did other ones that he's more proud of than Marvel.
Right.
So it's so interesting what you can do with your career. Really cool.
I know. Well, we wish we hope he rests in peace, and again, we wish his family all of our love. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our app. But if you're sticking around, here is what's coming up. Rebel Wilson shows off a brand new look at the BAFTAs, how she brought up her major weight loss on stage. Plus, Lady Gaga's gown turns heads at the Critics' Choice Awards. We're talking about some of the best and worst looks of the night. Oh my gosh, Jeff and Al don't like that dress. Okay.
But the one before it is better.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, the pasty dress.
Same way that oil prices affect us. Yes, we are the #1 producer of oil, and we produce a ton of corn and wheat. But as our experts explained, those commodities all count towards the same global grain bin. Russia's invasion of Ukraine continues to cause prices for goods to skyrocket. So let's verify. Why is the crisis in Ukraine affecting wheat and corn prices? To find out, we went to 3 agricultural economists. Bill Hoagland from the Bipartisan Policy Center, Dr. Mark Welch from Texas A&M University, and Dr. William Ridley from the University of Illinois. All of our sources explained that both Ukraine and Russia are large sources of the world's grain supply.
Russia and Ukraine export nearly 35% of all grain produced in the world.
So if the conflict continues, Ukrainian farmers might not be able to harvest wheat and ship it out of their ports because of closures. And sanctions on Russia mean they can't sell their wheat to a lot of countries, and that will restrict global supply. But what about here at home? How much wheat and corn does the U.S. import? Well, none.
We produce more than we need, domestically.
These are global markets. So a disruption in one country is going to disrupt the global market for this commodity.
Grain, wheat, and corn, just like oil, gets measured at a global level.
Any impacts on prices and availability that you're going to see are going to spill over to U.S. markets, and that's clearly already happening.
Yeah, it matters because it's driving their prices up considerably, just in response to what's going on globally.
Add that to already high gas prices and high transportation costs, and you've got a recipe that could lead to higher grocery bills. Now, exactly how much are we talking? Well, if the conflict continues and trends go up, our experts say a loaf of bread could cost anywhere between 10 and 50 cents more.
Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all,
just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Lots to chat about. There were dueling award shows last night. First, Halle Berry gave a very moving speech at the Critics' Choice Awards. She picked up the See Her Award, honoring women in Hollywood. Watch.
Because we are confident and we are scared. We are vulnerable and we are strong. We are beautiful and we are abused. We are everything and all of that, and all at the same time.
Now, The Power of the Dog was the big winner, picking up 4 awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for Jane Campion, who made a joke about being in a male-dominated field.
I'd also just like to give my love out to my fellow, the guys. the nominees. And you know, Serena and Venus, you are such marvels. However, you do not play against the guys. Like I have to.
And across the pond, the BAFTAs were held in London. Host Rebel Wilson poked fun at her recent weight loss. Take a listen.
Everybody's asking me, like, why did you lose weight? Well, clearly it was to get the attention of Robert Pattinson. Because you know what they say, once you go bat, you don't go back. Just joking. Guys, seriously, I did not lose weight just for a guy, as if I did it to get more acting roles. And boy, I am now so excited I can play the non-funny love interest in an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, that was a zinger.
Oh. Okay, let's talk about all the speeches. Which speech
was the most cringeworthy?
Yeah, all of them?
They weren't great. I think Jane Campion was trying to say something because Sam Elliott, fellow actors, come after her for directing a Western and putting a Brit in it. And she was trying to say, I'm one of the only females in this category. But Venus was like, yo, don't come for me. I mean, it was really weird. I thought Halle Berry seemed a little bit even like...
I think you had to be in the room for Halle Berry's.
Yeah.
No, but I think you're forced to clap for Halle Berry's, right? Her inflection went up and she ended strong like a performance, and you're like, oh yeah, way to go, you know?
But she's getting an award, the See Her Award, and I do think that
don't take the good side, Al.
Probably a lot of stuff came out of her. Sometimes when you're talking, I'm sure like all of the things that have happened to all these actresses that we're seeing now, they've had a lifetime of dealing with the Harvey Weinsteins and the ones that we didn't know about, and I think that all that is kind of coming out as their careers are coming to a culmination, and they're just frustrated, they're angry, they're enthusiastic. All that stuff is coming out, and when you hear that speech, that's what I got from her. But let me speak on Jane really quickly. I feel like she's just a awkward, kind of weirdo person, and like our society doesn't have any place for that. We only have a place for good-looking people and like super articulate. Well, I like the weirdos. I think they add something to the conversation, but if we pick apart everything they say when they kind of hit a joke or miss a joke, I mean, is this the point? I don't understand, like...
Yeah?
It's like I don't think anybody thinks that she set out that evening to say something damaging or defaming to anybody. She just missed because she's like, she's not a speaker.
Al gets, that's a round of applause.
I didn't even know if you were being sarcastic.
No, I swear to you, for you to say that, I think we are so programmed. Yes, we make light of it, and that's what we were doing.
That's what
But we are, generally speaking, we are so programmed to criticize every little thing. She's not a performer. She's a director, right? Or maybe perhaps Halle Berry in that moment just like went off the cuff. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
So to your point, we need to remember that. We need to give people grace, and we need to love them for their imperfections rather than focusing on perfection.
Yeah, but it's fun to make fun of people too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Really fun.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
It's boring to say that.
I'll give such a TV answer. I love people. And people get out of here.
I like the weirdos, Jeff.
Yeah, but we're not saying you lose your job. We're just making fun of you. That was terrible.
No, I'm for making fun of people.
All right,
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Let's get back to old Al. Let's make fun of Tori at the break.
Enough. We can't mention the awards without talking about all the fashion. Stephanie Jones is back to break down some of the best and the worst looks from both shows. Okay, so Steph, we got to know, what were some of your faves?
Well, Sam, I've got to give props to Lady Gaga, who walked not one, but 2 red carpets. So first, she wore this stunning emerald green Ralph Lauren gown at the BAFTAs in London.
Gorgeous.
The flowing velvet and silk taffeta dress took 150 hours to make by hand. And then she changed into this custom yellow and black Gucci gown for the Critics' Choice Awards, which took place in both LA and London. And then the Best Actor winner, Will Smith, and his wife Jada brought their A game with this matching gold ensemble. And then there was Serena and Venus Williams, stunning in silver with their gowns. Then Selena Gomez was a lady in red with this Louis Vuitton halter dress. And at the BAFTAs, Daniel Kaluuya wore a long black jacket with some blue fuzzy cuff detail. I am here for it.
Love it.
No. And so-called Kirsten Dunst's frock, a bit frumpy, I've got to agree. And Kristen Wiig left nothing to the imagination with her see-through lace sheer dress.
I have a question for Steph.
Yes, hit me.
All right, Steph, when you look at what Kristen Wiig what she has on, does that look like somebody that is trying to break away from the I'm funny all the time mold and go into the I might be considered for a leading lady, kind of, because that doesn't look like I was on SNL.
No, I think she's done this regularly. Like the last few Oscars and when she was presenting a little while ago, I think honestly she looks fabulous.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm here for it. And we see Rihanna wearing all this really sheer, lacy, amazing maternity wear. And I think she's brought that look to the red carpet. I think she looks unbelievable.
Carla Welch is her stylist, and they are pretty brave what they go on. I follow them both.
Okay.
All right. What about Daniel Kaluuya?
No way with that.
I'm so here for it.
Yes.
Okay,
He looks like he's on Spies Like Us.
I love that he does. He absolutely does.
What's the problem here? What's the problem?
He looks like he's wearing swim floats.
Okay, that's true too.
What about
That's such a mom thing. That's hilarious.
But isn't it also matching, if you go back to the picture, it hits the color of the actual branded award. Look.
Let's have a look.
See?
You're looking too much into that.
Steph,
Get out of here.
you're the fashionista. Are we going to see a lot of this next year? Is he ahead of the curve?
Okay, are we going to see it in everyday life? Is Al going to wear that when he's nipping out for a pint of milk? No, he's probably not. But you know what? We all give Harry props, like Harry Styles loads of props whenever he wears something different. Right. I think he looks amazing. He's elevating it. He's bringing something different to the red carpet. Okay. I'm bored of seeing the same old tux.
Wait, so Steph, are you saying like Will Smith? You're not down with what he wore? He's kind of just simple.
He looks chic, and you know what? I love how him and Jada are always twinning recently. I'm here for it. I think they look beautiful. Don't they look gorgeous? But I've seen it a million times. It's nothing new.
Right.
It's not like shock horror. Will
you
really
like daring.
me.
Yeah, you should like people to take some risks. All right, thank you, Steph.
I'm wearing
thank
that
you,
next
thank you.
week.
You're not gonna
Here we get on it.
All right, it's a new week, so we got some more Kim and Kanye drama. It's sad. It really is. Over the weekend, Kanye posted a video on Instagram calling out Kim for her parenting and relationship with Pete Davidson. Take a look.
I've been dragged and how she's not my wife. She don't have the last name. And now he texting me, talking and bragging about how he's in bed with my wife. And I'm like, well, who's watching my children if he's texting me bragging about being in bed with my wife?
Oh, Pete's friend posted a series of screenshots of an alleged text message exchange between Pete and Kanye. Pete asks Kanye to calm down and says Kim is a great mom. When Kanye asks where he is, Pete says, in bed with your wife. The post also includes a pic of Pete, who appears to be in bed. Fans also spotted that there appeared to be a new tattoo on his chest with Kim's name, but none of this has been verified. And it's so much deeper than this. They went back and forth quite a bit. He also brought in DL Hughley and other people that criticized him. I'm speaking about Kanye West. And then I just want to say Kim just responded to Kanye's post, and she said in so many words, "Stop this narrative. You were just here to pick up the kids." Again, this is sad, but what do we think about Pete and Kanye going back and forth?
I mean, you know, the leaking of the text, which I read last night, you know, we can argue whether that was contrived or not between Pete and his friend. But honestly, my question when I kept reading this was, how much did we think he was going to take? Like, Kanye's been taking shots at him, not only like through the media, but I'm assuming personally. And now we've seen videos of Pete being injured quite badly. How long was this going to go on, Jeff? You can only push somebody so far before it's just like you. I think Jeff is a very chill guy, but there's a point where Jeff's going to go, that's going to be the last thing you're going to say about my friend or my kids or my wife. And now we're going to go into a whole different realm, and I think we might be seeing that in real time.
Yeah, you don't want to look like a punk at some point, right? And Pete's finally sticking up for himself, so to speak. Listen, I'm a Kanye fan, right? And I'm trying to understand where he's coming from with this. And if you watch his documentary on Netflix, which I just finished up, his friend that films the documentary for 25 years goes, I don't know how to talk to Kanye anymore because I'm friends with Kanye West. I don't know who Yeezy is. And he had to go back and film him as Yeezy. And there's times when he puts the camera down because he feels bad because Kanye's going on these rants. And you see him in real time starting to lose it. And we're seeing this in real time, him starting to lose it. It doesn't justify what he's doing. He needs, for his kids' sake, for Kim's sake, for his family's sake, he needs to get somehow past this. But it's a man breaking down in real time. And now we're having people take sides and jumping on social media. And it's really not healthy at all.
No, and it's weird how we're in the chat room with them. Like, we're not supposed to be in a chat room with a very private, very angry divorced couple. That's relatable. But megaphoning it to everyone, and then even on Kanye's video, he mentions North, his daughter's school, the name. So if you're mad about Kim being not a great mom, you're giving out dangerous information.
Again, not to to make excuses. We
not.
saw this with Amanda Bynes. When you, and I'm not a clinician, but I do struggle with mental health issues. There's points where all you want to do is megaphone it when you're struggling, and we don't even know the extent to Kanye's mental health issues. In the documentary, which I also watched, they talk about his bipolar disorder. So that's extreme. So perhaps when he's having one of those manic episodes like Amanda Bynes did, you want to blast it to the world. So I just hope that he gets help. Again, it doesn't excuse what he's done to Kim and Pete, but I really hope he gets help for his family's sake and his sake. Coming up on DBL, the odd terms taking the dating world by storm. We're going to try to guess what some of them mean. Great. So stay tuned.
I got this.
Did you hear? Closed captioning provided by.
So Gabriella's giving us a breakdown of the game that we're about to play.
You know it. I'm giving a breakdown. Okay, so you're going to
Dating terms.
Dating terms. So you're going to say the word, okay?
Okay.
And then you're going to guess what it means. And we're going to give you... It's a guessing game. We're going to... It's a guessing game. And then you guess. So there's going to be a buzzer. There's going to be a buzzer that goes off.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
At the end of like 20 seconds while you guys are guessing.
Okay.
So that's when you stop.
So when I hear the buzzer, I reveal.
Yes.
Okay.
And then a full screen will come up, but if you can't see the definition, look at your card.
Okay.
All the definitions are
Got
on your
it.
card.
Okay.
We have 5 of them. Okay. So first one.
Does the winner get anything?
You know, the winner. I'll
always have to have
I'll give the
stakes
winner
for
a-
us.
I'll give you a hug after. Okay.
I
I don't hug.
Yeah.
I don't hug.
That's
you guys. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's
A virtual
Okay,
hug.
but if you would like, I'll give you a hug, okay? And I'm not a hugger, so it's kind of a big deal. All right, so there's 5 of them. So you'll say the word, Sam.
You get
A lot of you guys writing in about Kanye saying how much he needs help and how much.
You read the definition off your card.
It's weird that Kanye thinks it's okay for him to date
Are
all
we
and the
each guessing
lookalikes and how
individually?
strange it is. And what scares me too with what you guys say is, like, when does it stop being sort of like fodder and celebrity fodder, like funny or like worrisome, and when it becomes like threatening and an actual crime? And I'm not saying I want him locked up. I'm simply saying it's sometimes it turns from art to threat. It's not so funny. So Cooper, says he needs help, but his mom was the only one he heard. Again, his mom Donda, who he loved, died in a complication of plastic surgery, and a lot of people said since Donda died, it's never found his anchor again.
That was a crack.
I think they're talking about something else, and I'm going to try and jump in to see if I can be involved. Yeah. Didn't work.
And she's probably got to be on Drew Barrymore's
You know why?
show.
'Cause he always Adam Sandler wants to be on in Hawaii, so he filmed it.
The terms used to describe relationship dynamics these days have gotten pretty creative, okay? So you've heard of ghosting and gaslighting, but 2022 brought us a new roster, like terms like woke fishing, aka someone who pretends to care about the same socio-political issues to reel you in. So
I didn't know that.
Oh, you did not? Okay, well now you do, but we got some more that you're gonna guess, okay? So we're gonna try and guess some other new terms. First up, we've got hater, coined by relationship expert Tina Wilson. Hey is an H-E-Y-ter. Hater. What do y'all think? I don't know the answers either.
You make an opinion about someone from the get-go. Hey, I don't like that person. Hater.
No.
Okay.
I think it's a person that fakes like they like you, like Jeff. Hey, I just want to say good fan of yours, and then their next thing is just like you are the worst. Like it's a fake reel you in. Yeah.
Backstabber.
But like
I'm kinda down with that.
Yeah,
Me
they
too.
bring you in with kindness.
Okay,
All right.
here we go. Okay, hater, let me look. Hater, when you ignore any conversation that starts with a hey.
Wow, I always write that. Hey.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so,
Hey, too.
all right, so
We're
some people are hatering you.
Yeah.
Both of you. Okay, next up we've got corona ecstasy. What do you think is behind this one? Like having sex during coronavirus?
Maybe feeling so good you're done with Corona, you're in ecstasy.
Coronasty. I said it wrong, of course I did. Coronasty.
Coronasty.
I think it's hooking up during
Corona?
While you both have COVID?
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah, hooking up through
Maybe.
COVID, but but ecstasy, so you're kind of getting out of there.
No, I think
on
I
drugs.
take the first half of you. I think obviously it's Corona, but then the second half is honesty. So you be honest with your partner whether you have.
Hey, guess
Corona or
what?
not. Like a
That's
hookup
it.
person.
We just hooked up. I have coronavirus.
I'm with, that's a really good one. Okay, here it is. Coronesty. Corona meets honesty. Being upfront about your dating intentions because of the pandemic.
Yes,
So
kind
you
of.
said after you hooked up.
Yeah, well, no. I said before.
Give him credit. That was hard.
Okay. That was good.
Take my Coronesty away.
He's sorry. Okay. We got more. The next one is funny. It's called roaching. To roach someone. Roaching.
Okay, I know when my dog lays on his back with his feet up, we call it a little roaching.
So it's like a sexual position?
It could be.
Okay.
It could be.
I'm thinking it's like dirty, doing someone dirty.
Ooh, like roaching.
Oh, like in a mean way or
Yeah,
or
in a mean
sexual
way, like you did them.
Well, it's dating terms. It's dating terms.
Yeah, no,
It's getting real dirty in the sack. Roaching.
When I think roaching, I think lights coming on and roaches scattering. So I think it's like when you've been.
He's brilliant.
Like when your situation gets blown up, all your supporters leave.
You're so smart. Okay, here it is. Let's see. Roaching is when the person you're seeing is secretly dating or sleeping with multiple other people. So no, you weren't right on.
I was like getting worried.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, you're killing
Sam
us.
built it up like I had killed him. She was like, no, you're dead wrong.
Okay, the next one is called groundhogging, a term coined by the Inner Circle dating app. This one sounds gross. What is it?
Is that when you're a guy or a girl and you take the date on the same date every time to the same restaurant?
Smart.
To the
That's
same,
a
and you play the
good
same moves and the
one.
same lines, huh?
Yeah, that's
good.
What do you think it is, Sam?
I'm not.
What do you? I think my mind's in the same
Yeah,
place.
we're in the same place. What if groundhogging is because the pandemic is so monotonous, you're just dating someone amongst the pandemic?
That's a good one.
I'm going with Tories. I think
that's
because
good
when you
too.
go on a lot of Tinder dates, you start saying the same things. It's the same questions. Where are you from? Where'd you go to school?
I think
it's the same thing.
I'm going sexual. You pop up in weird places in the bed. Yeah.
Like you see your shadow.
You're like, where is he?
All right,
There I am.
groundhogging. Now, you guys were kind of on the right page, Tori, now, going for the same type of person over and over and expecting the same results. Okay, last one. This one is called oystering, a term coined by the app Badoo. What do you think? Oystering.
Something aphrodisiac. I'm doing something to make you, I'm oystering you. I'm getting you warmed up.
Okay.
Shucking in weird positions.
You and I are on the same page. Okay, what about you?
That's even crazier that you guys are both thinking that. I'm going to say oystering is like you're doing all the stuff to kind of set the scene for you guys to be intimate.
What, like I said, like aphrodisiac.
Yes, but like setting like all the stuff that they like, candles and all.
Okay, here it is. Encouraging people to celebrate their freedom and embrace being single.
What?
I like ours better.
Yeah.
Mine was way better.
Yeah, yours was the best.
I can't get Jeff's definition of groundhogging.
Who won? Who won? Probably Al.
Al, probably.
You don't
Oh,
get a
yeah.
prize, though. We'll be right back.
I feel young again.
I'm traveling all over.
Recently, the United Nations has been accused of censoring its employees from saying certain things about the war in Ukraine. Viral posts on social media claim the UN in fact banned its staffers from saying the word war or even invasion. So, is that true? Are United Nations employees currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war? Our sources, internal UN emails obtained by a reporter for the Irish Times and provided to Verify, statements from a spokesperson for the UN, and tweets from the Secretary General and the Undersecretary for Political and Peacebuilding Affairs. The claims began appearing after Irish Times reporter Naomi O'Leary published a story about internal UN communications. One email sent by a regional office included guidance on language to use when speaking publicly. The email said to use, quote, conflict or military offensive and not war or invasion when referring to the situation in Ukraine. And a UN spokesperson did not deny that the emails O'Leary obtained were genuine. But he said that prohibiting the words was never official UN policy. He also pointed to a tweet posted by a UN undersecretary before O'Leary's article was published that used both the words war and invasion. The day after the article was published, a new email was sent to UN staff. This email read in part, quote, today's approved key messages now refer to war and/or invasion. That same day, the Secretary General himself posted a tweet that referred to, quote, the war in Ukraine. So, even though some staffers were previously told not to use certain words when describing Ukraine, we can verify, no, United Nations employees are not currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back to DBL. We all need someone to help us get through our darkest moments. Watch how a mom came back from one of the lowest points in her life with help from someone unexpected in today's Heart Threads.
This woman, who was arrested for drunk driving 10 years ago, celebrated a decade of sobriety with the trooper who saved her life. Amy Martin was driving drunk when State Trooper Christy Sue Hathaway pulled her over. Christy Sue noticed a bottle of vodka in the center console and a 2-year-old in the back seat. Amy's parents picked up her daughter Madeline, and Christy Sue took Amy to the Hennepin County Jail.
I remember saying right before you got booked in that, please, don't do this to your daughter, because I know, because my mom left when I was 10.
Amy told Christy Sue that she would see her in a year after she got help and made this right. Christy Sue didn't think she'd see Amy again, but 1 year to the day, Amy kept her promise. She surprised Christy Sue at work with the 1-year sobriety medallion she earned.
While I've been trying to get sober for quite a long time and struggling with that, I wanted her to be able to see that and to kind of give that to her.
Every year since the arrest, Amy has shared her sobriety medallions with Christy Sue. Christy Sue carries these medallions in her pocket every day. The two have developed a relationship over the years, attending major life events for each other. The 2-year-old that was in that swerving car 10 years ago is now 12 and couldn't be prouder of her mom.
I'm glad that she made the choice to do what she did and make a promise that she would do it and actually accomplish it.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Leaders from around the world condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine last month and accused Russia of violating international agreements. Several social media posts specifically point to the Budapest Memorandum and called on the U.S. and UK to uphold their end of the deal. So, let's verify. Did Ukraine agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion? Our sources are the text of the Budapest Memorandum, the Arms Control Association, the U.S. State Department, and the Wilson Center, a nonpartisan policy forum on global issues. When the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine inherited the third largest nuclear arsenal in the world, and the Arms Control Association says much of it ended up in Ukraine. According to the Wilson Center, the newly formed government used the stockpile as leverage to get security guarantees from Russia that it would not attack them in exchange for denuclearizing. The U.S. and U.K. gave assurances to Ukraine that they would provide aid if an attack ever happened, but it did not guarantee military support. And all 4 countries agreed to consult each other if the treaty's commitments ever came into question. So, it's true. Ukraine did agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion. International leaders say Russia violated the agreement by invading Ukraine last month, and it wasn't the first time. In 2014, Russia sent its military into Crimea and annexed it. When the other 3 countries tried to get Russia to meet about what happened under the terms of the memo, Russia didn't show up. Russia's foreign ministry argued it had a right to disregard the agreement because Ukrainian citizens had recently overthrown their former authoritarian president. 2 years later, Russia falsely claimed the agreement only required them not to use nuclear weapons on Ukraine. Russia has not discussed the memo after its most recent invasion of Ukraine. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Since the very first COVID restrictions went into place 2 years ago, the traffic just hasn't been the same. And yet, we've seen a lot of claims like this, that pedestrian deaths are at a 30-year high. So let's verify, are pedestrian deaths the highest they've been in decades? We looked at the data tracked by the CDC and the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. The CDC looked at death records, while the NHTSA pulls from police crash reports, hospital medical reports, and other state records. Neither have released their 2021 data yet, so we're only able to report on 2020 pedestrian deaths in the years prior. So let's get to the numbers. Based on CDC data, there were 7,005 pedestrian deaths from a motor vehicle crash. That's the highest number they've recorded since 1988, when there were just over 7,200 pedestrian deaths. As for the NHTSA data, it says 2020 saw the highest number of pedestrian fatalities since 1989. By their count, 6,516, which made up 20% of all traffic fatalities. So even despite small differences in the official numbers, we can verify 2020 was the deadliest year for pedestrians in about 30 years nationally.
Welcome back to DBL. Okay, so lots of comments about the dating terms. Any of them shock you? First of all, I couldn't have thought of any of them, and I've never heard of any of them.
First of all, oystering's the lamest.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear you say the real term of it because we were laughing, but it's so lame.
To think the world's your oyster after you break up is so weird.
Do you think people, like if let's say I was single and I told you, yeah, man, he roached me, would you be like, what's wrong with you?
No one would use
Do you
that.
think people use it?
I think the coronesty, I think maybe it's a clumsy term, but I think especially when it was really at its peak, that was like something that if you were single and still trying to date, you were relying on like, hey, are you seeing other people? Are you kissing other people? It's like a really big, not just like you're cheating, but just it brings health into it. So that was like, I thought, a good one. Even though it's not really the definition.
He thought it was a good one because he knew the definition.
I know. I thought I had a better definition. That's really what I was saying. I thought it was really good.
Sorry, I thought you'd be better at these.
I was good.
No, you were.
I was good on
awful.
one.
You just can't declare that you're good.
I am good, usually good at these. They said we should all go on Family Feud. A lot of people said that.
That'd be so much fun. We have to do that.
Huh?
I do want to just offer condolences to Dee Dee. We are so sorry to hear about the loss of your loved one. Bye, guys.
Same way that oil prices affect us. Yes, we are the #1 producer of oil and we produce a ton of corn and wheat. But as our experts explained, those commodities all count towards the same global grain bin. Russia's invasion of Ukraine continues to cause prices for goods to skyrocket. So let's verify, why is the crisis in Ukraine affecting wheat and corn prices? To find out, we went to 3 agricultural economists. Bill Hoagland from the Bipartisan Policy Center, Dr. Mark Welch from Texas A&M University, and Dr. William Ridley from the University of Illinois. All of our sources explained that both Ukraine and Russia are large sources of the world's grain supply.
Russia and Ukraine export nearly 35% of all grain produced in the world.
So if the conflict continues, Ukrainian farmers might not be able to harvest wheat and ship it out of their ports because of closures. And sanctions on Russia mean they can't sell their wheat to a lot of countries, and that will restrict global supply. But what about here at home? How much wheat and corn does the U.S. import? Well, none.
We produce more than we need, domestically.
These are global markets. So a disruption in one country is going to disrupt the global market for this commodity.
Grain, wheat, and corn, just like oil, gets measured at a global level.
Any impacts on prices and availability that you're going to see are going to spill over to U.S. markets, and that's clearly already happening.
Yeah, it matters because it's driving their prices up considerably, just in response to what's going on globally.
Add that to already high gas prices and high transportation costs, and you've got a recipe that could lead to higher grocery bills. Now, exactly how much are we talking? Well, if the conflict continues and trends go up, our experts say a loaf of bread could cost...
Talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
Stars speak out on Ukraine at 2 major award shows.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge the bravery of the people of Ukraine.
Is this the place for political statements? Women get recognized in a big way at the Critics' Choice Awards, plus the best and worst outfits from the red carpet. Do you love or hate Lady Gaga's bold look? Are Are these leaked text messages between Kanye and Pete the real deal? The shocking exchange that has everyone talking. And that didn't last long. Tom Brady is out of retirement. Why is he heading back to the Buccaneers after only 40 days off the field?
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane? This is a sham.
No. No. Just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Before we get started, I just want to address the elephant in the room. I do have a big old boot. Bo.
There we go.
Can you see it? Oh, you can't see it. Okay, there it is.
There we go.
Yeah, I twisted my ankle snowboarding, falling off, getting off the chairlift.
Your first run?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So you didn't snowboard at all?
Nope.
You just went up there, sprained your ankle, and came back?
Yeah.
But were the
Pretty
views
much.
nice?
It was beautiful.
Great.
I did have a view of
How
the
was
mountain.
the inside of the urgent care?
I didn't go to the urgent care.
You didn't?
No, I had Ski Patrol come check it out. Okay, enough. Okay. I just want to thank our viewers because I did post about it this morning, even though it happened a week ago, and a lot of kind thoughts. Thank you very much. And shout out to Grand Hyatt Vale for taking good care of me.
That's what's up.
All right, so let's get started. No more boot talk. Let's talk about some of the award shows that happened over the weekend. In fact, there was two that you all are all talking about, the Critics' Choice Awards and the BAFTAs. Now, at both shows, some of the celebs used their platforms to voice their support for Ukraine. Take a look.
As we gather together on this special night, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the bravery of the people of Ukraine.
I want to say thank you to fellow actor President Zelensky, and keep up the fight.
Luckily, though, in all sign languages, this is the gesture for Putin.
All right, we want to hear from you. What do you think of this? Was this the right thing to do, or was it just them, you know, virtue signaling, in your opinion, Jeff?
Yeah, listen, I think it'd be weird if you didn't mention it, but it is like virtue signaling. Like that last one, like the middle finger. You ever look back at like when you're in high school and you have like pictures with your middle finger and like a cigarette and you're like, what a loser. That's kind of like when people are just pumping Ukraine because of what they're trying to do for their platform. I don't like it. I don't like it. But if you have an accent, like I didn't know who the first girl was, but I believed she had some ties, so I'm all for it.
You're here for it.
Yeah.
You know, Jeff, I really do appreciate what you had to say there, but it's a weird thing. Do you use your platform to talk about what everybody's thinking about, or do you use this platform to just talk about the movie, talk about the reason that you're there? And it's this whole thing of I watch award shows to get away from the world, or I watch award shows to see what you think about the world. And in this situation, I don't know how you can get through anything like this without mentioning Ukraine. It's what everybody's talking about. But at the same time, I do appreciate that you say the same thing about any kind of issue, whether it was, you know, when it was the Trump stuff, or you've always been like, I don't really want that in my award shows. And no one talks about consistency, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. I love you.
I mean, you walk the walk.
Over there.
Yeah, and no one does. No one does, Sam. Everybody changes from story to story, and that's I appreciate that.
I keep my hatred level.
There we go. Yes. It's easier.
Yes, yes.
All right, well, meantime, over in Ukraine yesterday, we got to talk about President Zelensky because he went and visited with troops, wounded troops. You see right there, the president handed out medals to the soldiers at the capital in Kyiv. He did it despite the fact that Russia continues to attack the city and also threatens Zelensky's life. Russia also moved yesterday to block Instagram in the country, with the ban taking effect at midnight last night. The head of Instagram called the situation terrifying and said that the move cuts millions of people, Tori, off from loved ones around the world.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are getting social media updates as their only news and the only truth. And I have to be honest with you, number one in dictatorshipville, evilville, is make the only truth your truth. And you shut down every other avenue that could possibly give you another point of view. Putin isn't winning this war in the way he wanted to. I really agree with a lot of you who say that. And I think he lashed out and is mad, and he's going to go crazy, shutting down things, putting stuff down.
I don't think it's him lashing out.
Oh, I do.
I think it's him controlling the brainwashing there. There's been some tapes intercepted that's now starting to go viral. You can see it on Vice and Motherboard. And what it is, it's tapes where it's the soldiers calling their parents and the soldiers being in Russia. And they're repeating this narrative to make them feel better as they unfortunately kill innocent civilians and I'm not talking about all Russian soldiers because we've seen some of them dissent, right? But you hear them say things like they're Nazis, they're drug addicts, repeating this narrative. So in order for Putin to continue on his crusade, his illegal war crime crusade, he has to brainwash the people. So that means not only has he blocked Instagram, he's blocked Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, other websites. He has many of the foreign news correspondents. He removed them from the country. He's trying to keep them brainwashed.
That's dictatorship 101.
I mean, I was going to say, is this just gigantic North Korea at this point?
Yeah.
When you start like cutting off trade with other countries, cutting off communication from the outside world, what else would you call this? I mean, a nuclear power that has no connection to the outside world. And North Korea was enough of a problem just as a smaller country. I mean, if Russia takes on that same model, where do we go, Jeff?
It's just communism, right? He's spreading his own propaganda for what he wants people to believe. And with the internet, that's hard to do. But he's still maintaining, right? But I mean, if you're savvy enough, you get a VPN if you're Russian, and there's ways around it. But the majority of people are just going to be like, well, my social media account's deactivated.
You can get jailed. I just want to let you know, you can get jailed in Russia for just liking a tweet that he would consider dissent. Just liking, not even posting. So that's what we're dealing with. It's heart-wrenching. One last thing about Ukraine. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has challenged Russia's President Vladimir Putin to a fight over Ukraine. Musk tweeted, quote, "I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat. Stakes are Ukraine." Tori, what do you think of this? And who would win?
Okay, so I know that Putin, and first of all, I know this is kind of a joke and stuff, but there are people dying, so it's not that funny. To me, this is two huge egos going after each other. I mean, these are two man babies, let's be honest, and they are just fighting like they're 7 years old on a playground. I do think Putin has a black belt in judo. I know.
He's also 70, right?
Yes,
yeah, but he's KGB 70. That's like regular people 49.
And I know that Elon Musk has dabbled in some weightlifting and taekwondo.
No, taekwondo is not a discipline. That's what you do when you're in the pool.
No, that's Tai Chi. That's Tai Chi.
I am thinking about Tai Chi.
Yeah, I was like, taekwondo. Yeah, taekwondo. I think he does jujitsu too, like a little bit. So he's got some
on that one.
But he's almost 70. Listen, here's the thing.
I think was older when he won the title at 50.
Listen,
Elon's 50.
Elon, I think, would stick to his technical fighting, and Putin would throw sand in your face and get
like
you.
Blood sport,
you know what I mean? So I mean, like, I'm going with the dirty fighter in this one. I think Putin.
I think Putin poisons him before he reaches the ring. That's literally what
I just want to highlight. I just want to highlight as we're having fun with this, and you can have duality of thought and talk about this, but also to Tori's point,
it's weird.
The fact that it's almost like the misogyny, right? That Elon Musk has to insert himself in it and make it about him. It's definitely, yes, we all want to see Putin go away, but at the same time, it's definitely showcasing the ego and the misogyny coming out of Elon Musk.
Yeah, and just how distant he appears. That like to tweet something like that and possibly stir something up in a situation that's this tense just shows to me how disconnected you are from like your words and how much power Elon Musk has. So when he tweets something like that, what if Putin responded? What if Putin said, let's do this?
Well, it's complicated.
Like, I mean, you're really
we've complicated
with things.
The global foreign policy.
This is, people are dying here, and you're joking around on Twitter.
I agree.
Not here for that.
All right, well, coming up on DBL, more drama, you guys. Between Kanye and Pete, we're going to talk all about the alleged text messages that were leaked. Plus, Tom Brady is heading back to the field. Can you guys believe it? Why was his retirement so short?
Closed captioning provided by
This March, connect with Al, Tori, Erica, Jeff, and Sam. Oh my gosh, real conversations are on DBL.
Man, you guys want all the smoke with these hard questions.
Yeah. DBL, all new, every day.
Okay.
We're talking about Tom
Rob's
Brady.
hatred.
Oh, you hate Tom Brady?
Cheater.
And this is a lifelong New Englander.
So here's what happened. Rob had a girlfriend. She broke up with him when a guy who looks just like Tom
is that what
Brady,
happened?
and he hasn't let go ever since.
Oh, is that what happened?
Tom Brady. Now he's lying like Tom Brady.
Now,
I played the game with integrity. I don't believe Tom Brady did. That's all.
Now, can
And
you?
you're from the East Coast. I don't understand.
He's from New England.
Yeah.
Not even
I'm a
East
hard
Coast.
I don't need to cheat.
Now, there's other people that will say Tom Brady's the greatest of all time.
That would be everyone. Sam thought that she had like some inside info. Some people think
There's a term out there called the GOAT.
They call it the GOAT.
You might not have heard this term.
I don't watch football, but I do know that Tom Brady's a dang good player.
He's a dang good player.
It's almost unanimous that he's the best quarterback.
One of the best
I
ever
would
to
make
play.
the argument that he's the only player that ended the GOAT conversation. You can always argue
Tiger
Jordan, LeBron.
Right.
You can argue
Kobe,
Tiger
yeah.
Woods, Jack Nicklaus.
Right.
You know, you can always, but Tom Brady, like in any black barbershop anywhere where they talk sports, Tom Brady, there's no second. It used to be Joe Montana.
100%.
It used to be Joe Montana was in there. But like,
Cloud over his head.
Love that name. I need
Yeah.
Montana.
To be Joe Montana.
yeah.
Do you guys remember Joe Montana's
6
song?
Super Bowls and was in 10 of them. I mean,
No.
that's,
Yeah, it's
that's
insane.
And
How
then
does
now he
it go?
also has the
Six
records.
Yeah.
He's got it all. Longevity.
Yeah, it's everything. What do you? They went 17-0. Yeah, and didn't even win that year.
You have to sing that. I've never heard
Yeah,
that.
the comeback in the Super Bowl
Joe
23.
Montana and Jerry Rice's song.
Yeah.
When they
We are
won,
the
like back-to-back.
Oh, it was like their Super Bowl shuffle, like the Bears. You ever hear the Super Bowl shuffle?
Yeah, I know Super Bowl
People
So
are
is that kind of their Super
yeah,
Bowl
people are like, let's go, and then a lot of you were like, what up, cheater? And I'm just here for the
free water. Welcome back. As I'm sure many of you have heard, after 40 days in retirement, Tom Brady is back. He made the announcement yesterday, tweeting, quote, "The past 2 months, I've realized my place is still on the field and not in the stands. That time will come, but it's not now." He finished the tweet saying unfinished business. So DBL Nation, what do you think of Tom's brief retirement? Are you glad he's back, or should he have stayed retired? I can't believe how polarizing this is. It's why is it so polarizing?
Because it's almost, and this is a weird comparison, but it's almost like the Meghan Markle situation. I feel like she got so much pushback because everybody's like, I've always wanted to be a princess. You became one or whatever, you know, and you turned your back on it. I think everybody's looking at Tom Brady like, you made it. You made all this money. You're retiring to marry a supermodel and you want to come back? You're like really taking an attack on my dream. That's what I wanted to do. And he's kind of showing the whole world, even when you win everything, there's still not that much stuff to do, so you're back playing football. That's how I took it.
I think people want to hate. And I think when you're on top, people want to knock you off your pedestal. And I'm talking not to you at home, to Rob right behind the camera. Rob's a hater because Tom Brady's married to a supermodel. He's got perfect bone structure. He's great at what he does. He's at the top of his game right now.
No integrity.
Listen, get real. Get real.
Rob says he's a cheater, and he's sticking to that.
Listen, he is the best of all time. We all agree at that. And people who are the best at what they do, they want to knock them down because they're losers and they can't do what Tom Brady does. He's a winner. He gets things done. Listen, he's not even on my team, but you have to respect what he does.
Yes. I do have to say that on Saturday there was an auction, okay?
Go,
and his
Tori.
last football throw.
Tori, you need to find a staff member to yell at while you do
No, this is good. Do it, Tori.
He, the last football thrown by Tom Brady went for $518,000, and on Sunday,
Last touchdown
football pass, and on last Sunday, the Sunday after, he said, "I'm coming back." So that's worth nothing.
No, it's worth nothing now.
It's just a football.
So does that person get the money back?
No.
That's not okay.
That's auction for you.
Yeah, but it's speculative. So like you're buying it assuming that there's a value to it, but there's no.
No one thought he would be coming out of retirement, but I want to ask the dads this because, you know, when he retired, he said he wants to spend more time with his family. Well, he did this tweet. Let's bring it up. After he announced he's unretiring, he says, "I'm unretiring to spend less time with my family."
That's
I think
hilarious.
as parents, you kind of need that balance. It gets a lot to be. Kudos to the people that are stay-at-home parents, right? It's hard work. When I come to work, it gives me like a little pep in my step. I have some alone time, and then I can go back and be a better mom. So I believe his tweet.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I have older kids, and I think what Tom is realizing, because his kids are a little bit older, you guys have young ones that kind of you still need to open jars and stuff. When your kids get to the point where they can fix a decent snack and can tell you I'll be back in 3 hours, you're like, I'm spending time with my kids. Where are my kids? They're gone. They're at their friend's house. They're at swim practice. practice, you know, and you don't see them. So it's really just you. His wife is an international model, so she's gone, I'm assuming, a lot. So it's probably just him in this house. Like, why did I retire?
I think we're underestimating also the need to compete. Like, he breathes it. It's like the Tiger Woods, it's the Michael Jordans that come back. I can't get out of here because I just don't know what to do with myself if I'm not competing. And I don't know from that.
Yeah. But I think you're exactly right. There's a personality type that just like Kobe had it, but you saw him and Magic, they kind of were transferring it to business. Kobe won an Emmy, I believe. So I don't know. It's a weird thing, but I wish him luck because he's only got a couple more years.
Don't worry,
He got to figure it out.
Just keep talking. Sam's not paying attention.
I saw you. You were just looking off in the distance like you were pondering your future.
Pondering the future.
You were just like looking off.
Our
like we
senior
were in front of a
executive
pond.
producer's back. He hasn't been here in a while. He hurt his leg.
Oh, Bart's here.
Okay, we're going to look at our vote. It looks like 77% say stay retired.
Haters.
Or they think he cheated.
No. They hate their life, and now they're putting it on Brady.
I think they're like, I love you once you retire.
Enough. All right, coming up on DBL. Are accents really contagious? Just ask Tori.
What?
Why it might actually be totally normal for people to imitate how others talk.
Recently, the United Nations has been accused of censoring its employees from saying certain things about the war in Ukraine. Viral posts on social media claim the UN in fact banned its staffers from saying the word war or even invasion. So, is that true? Are United Nations employees currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war? Our sources, internal UN emails obtained by a reporter for the Irish Times and provided to verify, statements from a spokesperson for the UN, and tweets from the Secretary General and the Undersecretary for Political and Peacebuilding Affairs. The claims began appearing after Irish Times reporter Naomi O'Leary published a story about internal UN communications. One email sent by a regional office included guidance on language to use when speaking publicly. The email said to use, quote, conflict or military offensive and not war or invasion when referring to the situation in Ukraine. And a UN spokesperson did not deny that the emails O'Leary obtained were genuine. But he said that prohibiting the words was never official UN policy. He also pointed to a tweet posted by a UN undersecretary before O'Leary's article was published that used both the words war and invasion. The day after the article was published, a new email was sent to UN staff. This email read in part, quote, today's approved key messages now refer to war and or invasion. That same day, the Secretary General himself posted a tweet that referred to, quote, the war in Ukraine. So, even though some staffers were previously told not to use certain words when describing Ukraine, we can verify, no, United Nations employees are not currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Some other good one.
That's a good song, Gabby.
Yeah, I say so.
You're super country, and you've got a great voice.
Thank you.
Why am I starting to sound country?
Because you're in Nashville.
Oh, no, I can't turn country. I can't do it.
It's good. Come on over, girl. Come on over.
Welcome back. So like Katy Perry from last night's episode of American Idol, do you ever catch yourself accidentally imitating the accents of other people? Some of us might even do it on purpose, like Tori in this priceless clip.
But they might be a little thrown off by your British accent on your new thriller, Suspicion. How did you perfect that accent?
Oh boy. Sorry.
Oh boy. I literally can't believe you just did that, but it's hilarious.
It sounded more like Anna Delvey. Okay, so bad imitations aside, a new study has shown that accents really are contagious. Apparently, it's totally normal for people to absent-mindedly imitate the accents of people around them. Okay, we all know Tori's guilty of this. Are y'all guilty of this?
What I want to know is this study, if you're around people, you start to sound like them, right? If I go back home to my old neighborhood in Chicago, I come out with a real Chicago accent. You don't have anyone around you that talks like that, and you just do it.
What do you mean I don't have friends? Oh, you mean I don't have people who are both?
You walked in and out.
Yeah. When I was in London, for instance, attending the Meghan Markle and Harry wedding, I really did start to get a little bit of a lift. and a little bit of a King's English, and then I can go into the Cockney. But I think we have someone here who
I think, yeah, we have Steph who is British. Steph, please, what do you think of when people do this, especially Tori?
I love Tori's enthusiasm. She's definitely got a bit of that Eliza Doolittle about her, hasn't she? Aside from Tori, I will say this, out of anyone working here, the person who does it to me all the time without fail is Jeff.
Yes. Jeff, Jeff, what do you do when Steph walks in?
Whenever Steph walks in, oi, Stephanie!
That's so true. All the time.
Steph, let's give him if you could judge him on a scale of 1 to 10 on his accent, 10 being good, 1 being not good, what would he get?
Wait, hold on. Let's hear one from Jeff real quick.
No, my accent's not good.
Let's
do Tori, because I'm just joking around.
Say, I'm going to go to the store and buy some milk. Okay.
We could have deciphered that.
Be serious.
Oh, I'm just off to the store to buy some milk.
Stephanie?
I'll give her a 5.
Now, Stephanie, I've learned a lot of, and I say this respectfully, it's not going to sound respectfully, but I've learned a lot of British slang or terms through Peppa the Pig because of my children. So do you call it store? Because I know like Sophie, my daughter, calls like the shopping carts trolleys.
Yes, a trolley. So that's your grocery cart, your trolley, your shopping trolley.
See, that's how you could have done it, Tori.
Oh, okay,
Let's try it again.
Do it again.
Okay. I'm just off to get a trolley full of milk. That's not right.
That was good though.
It's raised it up to a good 6.
Oh my.
I went up.
Yeah,
I went up. Thank you, Steph.
All right. I was going to let Tori sit in it for a little bit.
Oh, I'm in it.
Oh, it's my
She's in it. Okay. We love you, Steph. Thank you very much.
Thank
Coming
you,
up
Steph.
on DBL, the Kanye and Pete drama. Yes, it does continue. But is Pete finally standing up for himself? We're talking about the alleged text messages that got leaked. And Halle Berry pays tribute to women at the Critics' Choice Awards. I love her hair, by the way. We're talking all about her moving speech that encouraged representation in Hollywood.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Leaders from around the world condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine last month and accused Russia of violating international agreements. Several social media posts specifically point to the Budapest Memorandum and called on the U.S. and U.K. to uphold their end of the deal.
So, let's verify. Did Ukraine agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion?
Our sources are the text of the Budapest Memorandum, the Arms Control Association, the U.S. State Department, and the Wilson Center, a nonpartisan policy forum on global issues.
When the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine inherited the third largest nuclear arsenal in the world.
And the Arms Control Association says much of it ended up in Ukraine.
According to the Wilson Center, the newly formed government used the stockpile as leverage to get security guarantees from Russia that it would not attack them in exchange for denuclearizing.
The U.S. and U.K. gave assurances to Ukraine that they would provide aid if an attack ever happened, but it did not guarantee military support. And all 4 countries agreed to consult each other
if the treaty's commitments ever came into question.
So, it's true. Ukraine did agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion. International leaders say Russia violated the agreement by invading Ukraine last month, and it wasn't the first time. In 2014, Russia sent its military into Crimea and annexed it. When the other 3 countries tried to get Russia to meet about what happened under the terms of the memo, Russia didn't show up.
Russia's foreign ministry argued it had a right to disregard the agreement because Ukrainian citizens had recently overthrown their former authoritarian president.
2 years later, Russia falsely claimed the agreement only required them not to use nuclear weapons on Ukraine. Russia has not discussed the memo after its most recent invasion of Ukraine.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Since the very first COVID restrictions went into place 2 years ago, the traffic just hasn't been the same. And yet, we've seen a lot of claims like this, that pedestrian deaths are at a 30-year high. So let's verify, are pedestrian deaths the highest they've been in decades? We looked at the data tracked by the CDC and the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. The CDC looked at death records, while the NHTSA pulls from police crash reports, hospital medical reports, and other state records. Neither have released their 2021 data yet, so we're only able to report on 2020 pedestrian deaths in the years prior. So let's get to the numbers. Based on CDC data, there were 7,005 pedestrian deaths from a motor vehicle crash. That's the highest number they've recorded since 1988, when there were just over 7,200 pedestrian deaths. As for the NHTSA data, it says 2020 saw the highest number of pedestrian fatalities since 1989. By their count, 6,516, which made up 20% of all traffic fatalities. So even despite small differences in the official numbers, we can verify 2020 was the deadliest year for pedestrians in about 30 years nationally.
Welcome back. Some sad news. Actor William Hurt has passed away at the age of 71. Now, in a statement, his son said he died peacefully yesterday of natural causes. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2018. William had a string of popular movies in the 80s, The Big Chill and Body Heat with Kathleen Turner. He also earned an Oscar nom for his role in broadcast news. He scored another Oscar nod for playing Marlee Matlin's teacher and love interest in Children of a Lesser God. He took home an Oscar in '85 for his controversial role as a gay man imprisoned in Brazil in Kiss of the Spider Woman. Recently, he became known to a whole new generation as General Ross in a string of Marvel movies. We want to wish his family well, and may he rest in peace. Wow. 71 is so young now. I feel like 50, 30 years ago, we'd say, you know, that was a full life, but we look at all our parents and they're in their 70s.
My first thought was, oh, how young, and what a talented actor. And it's just like 71, you just wanted him to go longer, but that's a good thing. That's how you want to live your life.
Right. Yeah, especially the career that he had, right? A lot of people at home know who he is, right? William Hurt. But if you don't, you just see him in everything. And that is my favorite career. When you just span through decades, no one really knows who you are. Oh, I think that's William Hurt. But the name doesn't roll off your tongue.
Yes.
And you're just doing what you love, and you're not getting criticized on the daily and the tabloids. He lived a great life, not as long as anyone would like, but what a great career.
It's the flexibility. You know, as I look at my career, you start off doing stand-up, then I wrote comedy for a television show. Now I'm on the television show. I hosted others, but it's all kind of in this. There's the same through line, and I think when you look at his career, you kind of see the different roles he's taken, and ended with a Marvel one, which is probably the one most recognized. But like, I'm sure he did other ones that he's more proud of than Marvel.
Right.
So it's so interesting what you can do with your career. Really cool.
I know. Well, we wish we hope he rests in peace, and again, we wish his family all of our love. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our app. But if you're sticking around, here is what's coming up. Rebel Wilson shows off a brand new look at the BAFTAs, how she brought up her major weight loss on stage. Plus, Lady Gaga's gown turns heads at the Critics' Choice Awards. We're talking about some of the best and worst looks of the night. Oh my gosh, Jeff and Al don't like that dress. Okay.
But the one before it is better.
Yes, okay, we're gonna get into it.
Yeah, the pasty dress.
Same way that oil prices affect us. Yes, we are the #1 producer of oil, and we produce a ton of corn and wheat. But as our experts explained, those commodities all count towards the same global grain bin. Russia's invasion of Ukraine continues to cause prices for goods to skyrocket. So let's verify, why is the crisis in Ukraine affecting wheat and corn prices? To find out, we went to 3 agricultural economists. Bill Hoagland from the Bipartisan Policy Center, Dr. Mark Welch from Texas A&M University, and Dr. William Ridley from the University of Illinois. All of our sources explained that both Ukraine and Russia are large sources of the world's grain supply.
Russia and Ukraine export nearly 35% of all grain produced in the world.
So if the conflict continues, Ukrainian farmers might not be able to harvest wheat and ship it out of their ports because of closures, and sanctions on Russia mean they can't sell their wheat to a lot of countries, and that will restrict global supply. But what about here at home? How much wheat and corn does the U.S. import? Well, none.
We produce more than we need, domestically.
These are global markets.
So a disruption in one country is going to disrupt the global market for this commodity.
Grain, wheat and corn, just like oil, gets measured at a global level.
Any impacts on prices and availability that you're going to see are going to spill over to U.S. markets, and that's clearly already happening.
Yeah, it matters because it's driving their prices up considerably just in response to what's going on globally.
Add that to already high gas prices and high transportation costs, and you've got a recipe that could lead to higher grocery bills. Now, exactly how much are we talking? Well, if the conflict continues and trends go up, our experts say a loaf of bread could cost anywhere between 10 and 50 cents more.
We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all,
just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Lots to chat about. There were dueling award shows last night. First, Halle Berry gave a very moving speech at the Critics' Choice Awards. She picked up the See Her Award, honoring women in Hollywood. Watch.
Because we are confident and we are scared. We are vulnerable and we are strong. We are beautiful and we are abused. We are everything and all of that and all at the same time.
Now, The Power of the Dog was the big winner, picking up 4 awards, including Best Picture and Best Director for Jane Campion, who made a joke about being in a male-dominated field.
I'd also just like to give my love out to my fellow, the guys. The nominees, and you know, Serena and Venus, you are such marvels. However, you do not play against the guys. Like I have to.
And across the pond, the BAFTAs were held in London. Host Rebel Wilson poked fun at her recent weight loss. Take a listen.
Everybody's asking me, like, why did you lose weight? Well, clearly it was to get the attention of Robert Pattinson. Because you know what they say, once you go bat, you don't go back. Just joking. Guys, seriously, I did not lose weight just for a guy, as if. I did it to get more acting roles. And boy, I am now so excited I can play the non-funny love interest in an Adam Sandler movie.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a zinger.
Oh. Okay, let's talk about all the speeches. Which speech
was the most cringeworthy?
Yeah, all of them?
They weren't great. I think Jane Campion was trying to say something because Sam Elliott, fellow actors, come after her for directing a Western and putting a Brit in it. And she was trying to say, I'm one of the only females in this category. But Venus was like, yo, don't come for me. I mean, it was really weird. I thought Halle Berry seemed a little bit even like...
I think you had to be in the room for Halle Berry's.
Yeah.
No, but I think you're forced to clap for Halle Berry's, right? Her inflection went up and she ended strong like a performance, and you're like, oh yeah, way to go, you know?
But she's getting an award, the See Her Award, and I do think that
don't take the
probably
good side, Al.
Probably a lot of stuff came out of her. Sometimes when you're talking, I'm sure like all of the things that have happened to all these actresses that we're seeing now, they've had a lifetime of dealing with the Harvey Weinsteins and the ones that we didn't know about, and I think that all that is kind of coming out as their careers are coming to a culmination, and they're just frustrated, they're angry, they're enthusiastic. All that stuff is coming out, and when you hear that speech, that's what I got from her. But let me speak on Jane really quickly. I feel like she's just a awkward, kind of weirdo person, and like our society doesn't have any place for that. We only have a place for good-looking people and like super articulate. Well, I like the weirdos. I think they add something to the conversation, but if we pick apart everything they say when they kind of hit a joke or miss a joke, I mean, is this the point? I don't understand, like... it's like I don't think anybody thinks that she set out that evening to say something damaging or defaming to anybody. She just missed because she's like, she's not a speaker.
Al gets, that's a round of applause.
I didn't even know if you were being sarcastic.
No, I swear to you, for you to say that, I think we are so programmed. Yes, we make light of it, and that's what we were doing.
That's what
but we are, generally speaking, we are so programmed to criticize every little thing. She's not a performer. She's a director, right? Or maybe perhaps Halle Berry in that moment just like went off the cuff. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
So to your point, we need to remember that. We need to give people grace, and we need to love them for their imperfections rather than focusing on perfection.
Yeah, but it's fun to make fun of people too.
Yeah.
Okay,
really fun.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
It's boring to say
I'll give such a TV answer. I love people. Get out of here.
I like the weirdos, Jeff.
Yeah, but we're not saying you lose your job. We're just making fun of you. That was terrible.
Now I'm for making fun of people.
All right.
bad. Okay. Let's get back to old Al. Let's make fun of Tori at the break.
Enough. We can't mention the awards without talking about all the fashion. Stephanie Jones is back to break down some of the best and the worst looks from both shows. Okay, so Steph, we got to know, what were some of your faves?
Well, Sam, I've got to give props to Lady Gaga, who walked not one, but 2 red carpets. So first, she wore this stunning emerald green Ralph Lauren gown at the BAFTAs in London. Gorgeous. The flowing velvet and silk taffeta dress took 150 hours to make by hand. And then she changed into this custom yellow and black Gucci gown for the Critics' Choice Awards, which took place in both LA and London. And then the Best Actor winner, Will Smith, and his wife Jada brought their A game with this matching gold ensemble. And then there was Serena and Venus Williams, stunning in silver with their gowns. Then Selena Gomez was a lady in red with this Louis Vuitton halter dress. And at the BAFTAs, Daniel Kaluuya wore a long black jacket with some blue fuzzy cuff detail. I am here for it.
Love
it. No. And so-called Kirsten Dunst's frock, a bit frumpy, I've got to agree. And Kristen Wiig left nothing to the imagination with her see-through lace sheer dress.
I have a question for Steph.
Yes, hit me.
All right, Steph, when you look at what Kristen Wiig what she has on, does that look like somebody that is trying to break away from the I'm funny all the time mold and go into the I might be considered for a leading lady kind of, because that doesn't look like I was on SNL.
No, I think she's done this regularly. Like the last few Oscars and when she was presenting a little while ago, I think honestly she looks fabulous.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm here for it. And we see Rihanna wearing all this really sheer, lacy, amazing maternity wear. And I think she's brought that look to the red carpet. I think she looks unbelievable.
Carla Welch is her stylist, and they are pretty brave what they go on. I follow them both.
Okay.
All right. What about Daniel Kaluuya?
No way with that.
I'm so here for it.
Yes. He looks like he's on Spies Like Us.
I love that he does. He absolutely does.
What's the problem here? What's the problem?
He looks like he's wearing swim floats.
Okay, that's true too.
What about
That's such a mom thing. That's hilarious.
But isn't it also matching, if you go back to the picture, it hits the color of the actual branded award. Look.
Let's have a look.
See?
You're looking too much into that.
Steph, you're the fashionista. Are we going to see a lot of this next year? Is he ahead of the curve?
Okay, are we going to see it in everyday life? Is Al going to wear that when he's nipping out for a pint of milk? No, he's probably not. But you know what? We all give Harry props, like Harry Styles loads of props whenever he wears something different. Right. I think he looks amazing. He's elevating it. He's bringing something different to the red carpet. Okay. I'm bored of seeing the same old tux.
Wait, so Steph, are you saying like Will Smith? You're not down with what he wore? He's kind of just simple.
He looks chic, and you know what? I love how him and Jada are always twinning recently. I'm here for it. I think they look beautiful. Don't they look gorgeous? But I've seen it a million times. It's nothing new.
Right.
It's not like shock horror.
Okay,
Will
you
really
like daring.
Me.
Yeah, you like people to take some risks. All right, thank you, Steph.
Thank you,
thank you. You're not going to
Here we get on it.
All right, it's a new week, so we got some more Kim and Kanye drama. It's sad. It really is. Over the weekend, Kanye posted a video on Instagram calling out Kim for her parenting and relationship with Pete Davidson. Take a look.
I've been dragged and how she's not my wife. She don't have a last name. And now he texting me, talking and bragging about how he's in bed with my wife. And I'm like, well, who's watching my children if he's texting me bragging about being in bed with my wife?
Oh, Pete's friend posted a series of screenshots of an alleged text message exchange between Pete and Kanye. Pete asks Kanye to calm down and says Kim is a great mom. When Kanye asks where he is, Pete says, in bed with your wife. The post also includes a pic of Pete, who appears to be in bed. Fans also spotted that there appeared to be a new tattoo on his chest with Kim's name, but none of this has been verified. And it's so much deeper than this. They went back and forth quite a bit. He also brought in DL Hughley and other people that criticized him. I'm speaking about Kanye West. And then I just want to say Kim just responded to Kanye's post, and she said in so many words, stop this narrative. You were just here to pick up the kids. Again, this is sad, but what do we think about Pete and Kanye going back and forth?
I mean, you know, the leaking of the text, which I read last night, you know, we can argue whether that was contrived or not between Pete and his friend. But honestly, my question when I kept reading this was, how much did we think he was going to take? Like, Kanye's been taking shots at him, not only like through the media, but I'm assuming personally. And now we've seen videos of Pete being injured quite badly. How long was this going to go on, Jeff? You can only push somebody so far before it's just like you. I think Jeff is a very chill guy, but there's a point where Jeff's going to go, that's going to be the last thing you're going to say about my friend or my kids or my wife. And now we're going to go into a whole different realm, and I think we might be seeing that in real time.
Yeah, you don't want to look like a punk at some point, right? And Pete's finally sticking up for himself, so to speak. Listen, I'm a Kanye fan, right? And I'm trying to understand where he's coming from with this. And if you watch his documentary on Netflix, which I just finished up, his friend that films the documentary for 25 years goes, I don't know how to talk to Kanye anymore because I'm friends with Kanye West. I don't know who Yeezy is. And he had to go back and film him as Yeezy. And there's times when he puts the camera down because he feels bad because Kanye's going on these rants. And you see him in real time starting to lose it. And we're seeing this in real time, him starting to lose it. It doesn't justify what he's doing. He needs, for his kids' sake, for Kim's sake, for his family's sake, he needs to get somehow past this. But it's a man breaking down in real time. And now we're having people take sides and jumping on social media. And it's really not healthy at all.
No, and it's weird how we're in the chat room with them. Like, we're not supposed to be in a chat room with a very private, very angry, divorced couple. That's relatable. But megaphoning it to everyone, and then even on Kanye's video, he mentions North, his daughter's school, the name. So if you're mad about Kim being not a great mom, you're giving out dangerous
information. Not in his,
again,
not to make excuses. We
not.
saw this with Amanda Bynes. When you, and I'm not a clinician, but I do struggle with mental health issues. There's points where all you want to do is megaphone it when you're struggling, and we don't even know the extent to Kanye's mental health issues. In the documentary, which I also watched, they talk about his bipolar disorder. So that's extreme. So perhaps when he's having one of those manic episodes like Amanda Bynes did, you want to blast it to the world. So I just hope that he gets help. Again, it doesn't excuse what he's done to Kim and Pete, but I really hope he gets help for his family's sake and his sake. Coming up on DBL, the odd terms taking the dating world by storm. We're going to try to guess what some of them mean. Great. So stay tuned.
I got this.
Did you hear?
Closed captioning provided by
So Gabriella's giving us a breakdown of the game that we're about to play.
You know it. I'm giving a breakdown. Okay, so you're going to
dating terms.
Dating terms. So you're going to say the word, okay?
Okay.
And then you're going to guess what it means. And we're going to give you
showing us a guessing game.
We're going to it's a guessing game. And then you guess. So there's going to be a buzzer. There's going to be a buzzer that goes off, okay? At the end of like 20 seconds while you guys are guessing.
Okay.
So that's when you stop.
So when I hear the buzzer, I reveal.
Yes.
Okay.
And then a full screen will come up, but if you can't see the definition, look at your card.
Okay.
All the definitions are
Got
on your
it.
card.
Okay.
We have 5 of them, okay? So first one.
Does the winner get anything?
You know, the winner. I'll
always have to have
I'll give the
stakes
winner
for
a-
us.
I'll give you a hug after, okay?
I
I don't hug. I know
Yeah.
I don't hug.
That's-
you guys.
that's-
okay.
Right.
Yeah, that's
A virtual
Okay,
hug.
but if you would like, I'll give you a hug, okay? And I'm not a hugger, so it's kind of a big deal. All right, so there's 5 of them. So you'll say the word, Sam.
You get
a lot of you guys writing in about Kanye saying how much he needs help and how much it's weird that Kanye thinks it's okay for him to date all
we
and the
each guessing
lookalikes and how
individually?
strange it is. And what scares me too with what you guys say is like when does it stop being sort of
We're all
like
gonna talk over
fodder
each other.
and celebrity fodder and like funny or like worrisome and when it becomes like threatening and an actual crime. And I'm not saying I want him locked up. I'm simply saying it's sometimes it turns from art to a threat. It's not so funny. So Kelly Cooper, says he needs help, but his mom was the only one he heard. Again, his mom Donda, who he loved, died in a complication of plastic surgery, and a lot of people said since Donda died, it's never found his anchor again.
That was a crap.
I think they're talking about something else, and I'm going to try and jump in to see if I can be involved. Yeah.
Didn't
work.
And she's probably got to be on Drew Barrymore's
You know
show.
why? 'Cause he always Adam Sandler wants to be on in Hawaii, so we filmed it.
The terms used to describe relationship dynamics these days have gotten pretty creative. Okay, so you've heard of ghosting and gaslighting, but 2022 brought us a new roster, like terms like woke fishing, aka someone who pretends to care about the same socio-political issues to reel you in. So
I didn't know that.
Oh, you did not?
No.
Okay, well now you do, but we got some more that you're gonna guess, okay? So we're gonna try and guess some other new terms. First up, we've got hater, coined by relationship expert Tina Wilson. Hey is an H-E-Y-ter, hater. What do y'all think? I don't know the answers either.
You make an opinion about someone from the get-go. Hey, oh, I don't like that person. Hater.
No. I think it's a person that fakes like they like you, like Jeff. Hey, I just want to say good fan of yours, and then their next thing is just like, you are the worst. Like it's a fake reel you in. Yeah.
Backstabber.
But
I'm kind of down with that.
Yeah,
Me
they
too.
bring you in with kindness.
Okay, here we go. Okay, hater, let me look. Hater, when you ignore any conversation that starts with a hey.
Wow, I always write that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so,
say hey too.
all right,
We're
so some people are hatering you.
Yeah.
Both of you. Okay, next up we've got corona ecstasy. What do you think is behind this one? Like having sex during coronavirus?
Maybe feeling so good you're done with corona, you're in ecstasy.
Coronasty. I said it wrong, of course I did. Coronasty.
Coronasty.
I think it's hooking up during
Corona?
Corona.
While you both have COVID?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, hooking up through
Maybe.
COVID, but ecstasy, so you're kind of getting out of there.
No, I think
On
I
drugs.
take the first half of your. I think obviously it's corona, but then the second half is honesty. So you be honest with your partner whether you have
Hey, guess
corona or
what?
not. Like
That's
a hookup
it.
party.
We just hooked up. I have coronavirus.
That's a really good one. Okay, here it is. Coronasty. Corona meets honesty. Being upfront about your dating intentions because of the pandemic.
Yes,
So
kind
you
of.
said after you hooked up.
Yeah, well, no. I said before.
Give him credit. That was
Yes.
hard.
Okay.
That was good.
Take my coronasty away.
He's sorry. Okay. We got more. The next one is funny. It's called roaching. To roach someone. Roaching.
Okay, I know when my dog lays on his back with his feet up, we call it a little roaching.
So it's like a sexual position?
It could be.
Okay.
It could be.
I'm thinking it's like dirty, doing someone dirty.
Like roaching.
You know?
Like in a mean way or
Yeah,
or
in a mean
sexual
way, like you did them.
No,
Well, it's dating term. It's dating term.
Yeah, no,
It's getting real dirty in the sack. Roaching.
When I think roaching, I think lights coming on and roaches scattering. 'Cause that's, so I think it's like when you've been.
He's brilliant.
Like when your situation gets blown up, all your supporters leave.
You're so
Wait a sec.
smart.
Is
Okay,
that-
here it is. Let's see. Roaching is when the person you're seeing is secretly dating or sleeping with multiple other people. So no, you weren't right on.
I was like getting worried. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, you're killing
Sam
this.
built it up like I had killed him. She's like, no, you're dead wrong.
Okay, the next one is called groundhogging, a term coined by the Inner Circle dating app. This one sounds gross. What is it?
Is that when you're a guy or a girl and you take the date on the same date every time to the same restaurant?
Smart.
To the
That's
same,
a
and you play the
good
same moves and the
one.
same lines, huh?
Yeah, that's.
That's good.
What do you think it is, Sam?
I'm not.
What do you? I think my mind's in the same
Yeah,
place.
we're in the same place. What if groundhogging is because the pandemic is so monotonous, you're just dating someone amongst the pandemic?
That's a good one.
I'm going with Tories. I think
that's
because
good
when you
too.
go on a lot of Tinder dates, you start saying the same things. It's the same questions. Where are you from? Where'd you go to school?
I think
it's the same thing.
I'm going sexual. You pop up in weird places in the bed. Yeah.
Like you see your shadow.
You're like, where is he?
All right,
There I am.
groundhogging. Now, you guys were kind of on the right page, touring out, going for the same type of person over and over and expecting the same results. Okay, last one. This one is called oystering, a term coined by the app Badoo. What do you think? Oystering.
Something aphrodisiac. I'm doing something to make you. I'm oystering you. I'm getting you warmed up.
Okay.
Shucking in weird positions.
You and I are on the same page. Okay, what about you?
That's even crazier that you guys are both thinking that. I'm gonna say oystering is like you're doing all the stuff to kind of set the scene for you guys to be intimate.
What, like I
doing
said,
all-
like aphrodisiac.
Yes, but like setting like all the
aphrodisiac.
stuff that they like, candles and all.
Okay, here it is. Encouraging people to celebrate their freedom and embrace being single.
What?
I like ours better.
Mine was way better.
Yeah, yours was the best.
I can't get Jeff's definition of groundhogging.
Who
out of my-
won? Who won? Probably Al.
Al probably.
You don't
Oh,
get a
yeah.
prize, though. We'll be right back.
I feel young again.
I'm traveling all over.
Recently, the United Nations has been accused of censoring its employees from saying certain things about the war in Ukraine. Viral posts on social media claim the UN in fact banned its staffers from saying the word war or even invasion. So, is that true? Are United Nations employees currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war? Our sources, internal UN emails obtained by a reporter for the Irish Times and provided to verify, statements from a spokesperson for the UN, and tweets from the Secretary General and the Undersecretary for Political and Peacebuilding Affairs. The claims began appearing after Irish Times reporter Naomi O'Leary published a story about internal UN communications. One email sent by a regional office included guidance on language to use when speaking publicly. The email said to use, quote, conflict or military offensive and not war or invasion when referring to the situation in Ukraine. And a UN spokesperson did not deny that the emails O'Leary obtained were genuine. But he said that prohibiting the words was never official UN policy. He also pointed to a tweet posted by a UN undersecretary before O'Leary's article was published that used both the words war and invasion. The day after the article was published, a new email was sent to UN staff. This email read in part, quote, today's approved key messages now refer to war and or invasion. That same day, the Secretary General himself posted a tweet that referred to, quote, the war in Ukraine. So, even though some staffers were previously told not to use certain words when describing Ukraine, we can verify, no, United Nations employees are not currently banned from publicly calling the war in Ukraine a war. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
Welcome back to DBL. We all need someone to help us get through our darkest moments. Watch how a mom came back from one of the lowest points in her life with help from someone unexpected in today's Heart Threads.
This woman, who was arrested for drunk driving 10 years ago, celebrated a decade of sobriety with the trooper who saved her life. Amy Martin was driving drunk when State Trooper Christy Sue Hathaway pulled her over. Christy Sue noticed a bottle of vodka in the center console and a 2-year-old in the back seat. Amy's parents picked up her daughter Madeline, and Christy Sue took Amy to the Hennepin County Jail.
I remember saying right before you got booked in that, like, please, like, don't do this to your daughter, because I know, because my mom left when I was 10.
Amy told Christy Sue that she would see her in a year after she got help and made this right. Christy Sue didn't think she'd see Amy again, but 1 year to the day, Amy kept her promise. She surprised Christy Sue at work with the 1-year sobriety medallion she earned.
While I've been trying to get sober for quite a long time and struggling with that, I mean, like, I wanted her to be able to see that and to kind of give that to her.
Every year since the arrest, Amy has shared her sobriety medallions with Christy Sue. Christy Sue carries these medallions in her pocket every day. The two have developed a relationship over the years, attending major life events for each other. The 2-year-old that was in that swerving car 10 years ago is now 12 and couldn't be prouder of her mom.
I'm glad that she made the choice to do what she did and, like, make a promise that she would do it and actually accomplish it.
We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Leaders from around the world condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine last month and accused Russia of violating international agreements. Several social media posts specifically point to the Budapest Memorandum and called on the U.S. and U.K. to uphold their end of the deal.
So, let's verify. Did Ukraine agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion?
Our sources are the text of the Budapest Memorandum, the Arms Control Association, the U.S. State Department, and the Wilson Center, a nonpartisan policy forum on global issues. When the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine inherited the third largest nuclear arsenal in the world, and the Arms Control Association says much of it ended up in Ukraine.
According to the Wilson Center, the newly formed government used the stockpile as leverage to get security guarantees from Russia that it would not attack them in exchange for denuclearizing. The U.S. and U.K. gave assurances to Ukraine that they would provide aid if an attack ever happened, but it did not guarantee military support. And all four countries agreed to consult each other if the treaty's commitments ever came into question. So it's true. Ukraine did agree to give up its nuclear weapons in 1994 in exchange for safety from a U.S. or Russian invasion. International leaders say Russia violated the agreement by invading Ukraine last month, and it wasn't the first time. In 2014, Russia sent its military into Crimea and annexed it. When the other three countries tried to get Russia to meet about what happened under the terms of the memo, Russia didn't show up. Russia's foreign ministry argued it had a right to disregard the agreement because Ukrainian citizens had recently overthrown their former authoritarian president. 2 years later, Russia falsely claimed the agreement only required them not to use nuclear weapons on Ukraine. Russia has not discussed the memo after its most recent invasion of Ukraine. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Since the very first COVID restrictions went into place 2 years ago, the traffic just hasn't been the same. And yet, we've seen a lot of claims like this, that pedestrian deaths are at a 30-year high. So let's verify, are pedestrian deaths the highest they've been in decades? We looked at the data tracked by the CDC and the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration. The CDC looked at death records, while the NHTSA pulls from police crash reports, hospital medical reports, and other state records. Neither have released their 2021 data yet, so we're only able to report on 2020 pedestrian deaths in the years prior. So let's get to the numbers. Based on CDC data, there were 7,005 pedestrian deaths from a motor vehicle crash. That's the highest number they've recorded since 1988, when there were just over 7,200 pedestrian deaths. As for the NHTSA data, it says 2020 saw the highest number of pedestrian fatalities since 1989. By their count, 6,516, which made up 20% of all traffic fatalities. So even despite small differences in the official numbers, we can verify 2020 was the deadliest year for pedestrians in about 30 years nationally.
Welcome back to DBL. Okay, so lots of comments about the dating terms. Any of them shock you? First of all, I couldn't have thought of any of them, and I've never heard of any of them.
First of all, oystering's the lamest. Yeah. I didn't even hear you say the real term of it because we were laughing, but it's so lame.
To think the world's your oyster after you break up is so weird.
Do you think people, like if let's say I was single and I told you, yeah, man, just he roached me, would you be like, what's wrong with you?
No one would use
that. Do you think people use it?
I think the coronesty, I think maybe it's a clumsy term, but I think especially when it was really at its peak, that was like something that if you were single and still trying to date, you were relying on like, hey, are you seeing other people? Are you kissing other people? It's like a really big, not just like you're cheating, but just it brings health into it. So that was like, I thought, a good one. Even though it's not really the definition.
He thought it was a good one because he knew the definition.
I know. I thought I had a better definition. That's really what I was saying. I thought it was really good.
Sorry, I thought you'd be better at these.
I was good.
No, you were.
I was good on
awful.
one.
You just can't declare that you're good.
I am good, usually good at these. They said we should all go on Family Feud. A lot of people said that.
That'd be so much fun. We have to do that.
Huh?
I do want to just offer condolences to Dee Dee. We are so sorry to hear about the loss of your loved one. Bye, guys.